going on, guys? What's up? What's up? So I think we're going live on the X Spaces. 14 minutes, I think. 14 minutes we're going live. What's happening, guys? Thanks for jumping in the stream. I can see we've got like 10 people waiting. My audio okay? I haven't got my usual mic, so it might not be as good. Or maybe it's better, I don't know. I just ate a couple of big bowls of rice, been back from a wedding, which was a bit stressful. But yeah, what is going on? How's everybody's week been? Just gonna jump in the chat, have a bit of a chat with y'all. Yes, guys. What's up, El Ray? What's up, buddy? Good to have you here. What's up, Papa? Zarino. Kid Pro Crow in the house. Yeah. He did some mad giveaways last week, Pharaoh Collector, so thanks for the heads up, El Ray. Let's see what's up. I can't believe he went ahead and made this pendant. Pretty cool, to be honest. Let's just hope that the floor prices are almost in. Mr. Turtle LM, yo LFG, yep. Absolutely. Yeah, so the X Spaces is going to be beginning in about 12 minutes. Haven't been on social media too much this weekend, or Discord or anything for that matter, so I'm a little bit out the loop. I mean, I'm kind of interested to know how you guys feel about these. I mentioned this once before, but I've never really understood it. It's kind of cool that they do it. We are thrilled to introduce the newest members of the Pride. But I mean, you can become a new member of the Pride, but what if you just trade your line the next day? You're no longer a member. You know, it would be cool. Again, I know maybe it's like a US staking, it's like a US regulation thing. But if there was a loophole to get around the staking thing for crypto.com, I reckon you should only get one of these if you could stake your line. Maybe for some passive income in like a recognition token, so like a non-blockchain token. And then with that non-blockchain token, it enables you to get, I don't know, some kind of benefits, maybe in Main City, or maybe you can like use them to redeem memorabilia, or I don't know, clothing, or a Loaded Lions hoodie, or do you know what I mean? Something pretty cool. I reckon the ability to stake NFTs is pretty sound. I don't know if it works with altcoins, like inflationary tokens. Maybe, I don't know, it's hard to say if that works. It's definitely failed a few times. But I reckon with like a 10k NFT collection, I think there can be some pretty cool benefits if done properly with staking. Got me coconut water ready. So yeah, guys, it's been a bit of a wedding tonight. My cousin got married in Bangkok. Pretty rich kind of a wedding as well. Some parts of my family are, I think, pretty loaded, to be honest. Pretty bloody loaded. So yeah, what's going on, guys? What's going on? I mean, we got, what, 10 minutes? 10 minutes to start. Good day known for knowledge. I tell you what. I probably should have already had this loaded in, but we've got 10 minutes to start, so I'll jump into my city. Jump in while we wait for the great 420 Pharaoh. My family knows this entire song now. Leaving Bangkok tomorrow. Shattered. I would actually... We were just kind of discussing, we'd love to own a place in Bangkok one day, like a condo or something. That's alright, Turtle. Cyber Cub's cool, man. Nothing wrong with just having a cub. Nothing wrong with just having a cub. What's up, Namaste? Good to have you in the stream again, buddy. Nix Khan, game is lagging since days. In what sense? What do you mean? Nice work, Namaste. Yeah, always good if you can use a ledger, champ. Always good. Always good. Yeah, so I'm kind of like working up. I sold a couple level 20s and maybe even a level 21, and it knocked me back a few prestiges. But I'm kind of trying to get it back up to maybe a base. Ideally, I'd probably want to have like a base 21 on common cool cats, but the cool cats got nerfed, didn't they? But yeah, I don't know if that's going to have a big impact on whether people want to buy them or not still. Like, who thinks cool cat? I mean, I haven't had an experience, but do we think that maybe cool cats are not worth buying anymore because of the nerf? I'm assuming they're still the cheapest to upgrade. Might as well just soak up all my diamonds before we jump in. What's the time? 7 minutes, guys. 7 minutes until Spaces starts. How many do we need there? One more business with a prestige 20 plus to go to 21. There we go. There we go. Yeah, look, I haven't spent all of the crow that I've spent on businesses in this game. I've made back, and I've only used the money that I made from selling businesses to buy the businesses in order to get the prestige levels up higher and unlock my arid plots. And also, I've got 10 arid plots now, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. I know some of you guys are like way ahead. You've got over 10 plots. So that's cool. But I'm pretty happy that I'm on 10. I feel like going into comp mode with anything less than 10, I'm probably going to regret it. It's just kind of hard to know, like, how much are you going to get depending on where you finish in comp mode. Just a lot of factors that remain to be seen. I think generally speaking, the game, it's kind of like obvious that it favors the people with deep pockets, right? You can afford to fork out, it's going to benefit you in this game. That's just the way it's built. For now, at least. Okay, so it looks like we can get up a few. Yeah, we've got a few up to level. That one's still at 10. We get this one up to level 21. We've got about 5 minutes, guys, until we're going to jump into the X spaces. That to a 21. That's on a 21 as well. It's on a 23. I bought. That's the one I bought. This is a 9. Yeah, I might get this up to a 21 as well. Still got 4 point so-and-so diamonds. Might as well max out. Okay, so we're maxed out. So on the leaderboard, yeah, Pharaoh's still well and truly in the lead. I myself, I'm in position 135. I feel like I'm pretty high given the fact that I haven't really spent much money. You know, I haven't spent much money, guys, to get to 135. In fact, who wants to know exactly what I have spent to get to that position? I mean, of course, not including my NFTs, that is. Not including my NFTs, you know, I've got Blue Lagoon, 2 Alluring Auroras, and the rest of the 10 is filled out with Crimson Dunes. And then I've got 10 Arons now. But what do we spend? That was the total, 1,110. 1,110 plus, what was that other big buy? Yeah, 749. Okay, so I'm not including the commons that I bought because they were just for upgrading. This is how much I spent. And I've made all of this back and profit on top of that. What was the number again? 1859. $93. That's what I've spent, guys. 1,859 Crow, 93 US dollars at the current price of Crow. That's it there. I spent 500 was my first big buy. 500 Crow on a P14 last month. Followed that up with a 610 buy for a P23. Okay. Then at the start of October, I bought 20 P0 Cool Cats for 120 Crow. And they're the ones I'm kind of leveling up now, getting them up to 21 and then maybe selling. And my last big purchase, in order to get my last 2 arid plots, just to increase that diamond generation, 749 for a P41. And that was actually a gym. And these are the sales I've made this month. I've sold 4 businesses, all for the same 169.15. I don't know what's up with that. But yeah, anyway guys, I think let's turn that off and let's show some respect and jump over. Let's see, he should be live in just a second. So yeah guys, anyone that isn't following 420 Pharaoh, make sure you go ahead and do that right now, because oh, that's just a video I was watching before. He's a really great, he's a really good creator. That's the spaces there. And come on guys, we've got 21, what have we got? 21 concurrent viewers, guys. Only 5 likes. I'll just ask you guys, please, just take a moment to just go out, hit that like button, guys. Would really appreciate that. He's speaking, is he? Oh, alright, where is he? Can we jump in or what? How do we get in? How can we jump in? Ah, here we go. Alright, let's get in. Let's get into it. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to go up. We'll see if there's anything relevant. We'll see. But if you guys got any questions and you want me to ask, but you're too afraid to ask, then tell me and I'll ask them for you. Some people can get a bit weird, can't they, you know? Some people can get a bit weird about asking questions. And I get that. But yeah, I don't care. I'll ask the questions for you guys if y'all want. I used to be a plumber. Maybe he can hire me.
So you rocking with a good set of cities right now, man. What's some of that like maybe like negative or positive roles or like cities that you think you can speak to?
It's been it's been good. It's been good. It's nice having builders come in just with the cheapest builder they can, just to kind of the cheapest material you need, like it's specific to the builder you're building with, so it's a lot of builders come into play. I approach people, even the ones that haven't built at anything level, like from like level 100, and I just want to try to get to that next level. I could care less what you build or anything.
Yeah, I feel you.
I'm
I
I'm
think
open minded.
my little area came from niggas just making it like I ain't gonna lie, if you in the store like that makes you a little something, if you're building businesses with like yeah, trying to just build my builder collection up because I know how like I am introducing you to shit like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I do have a couple pieces of land that don't get under permit, pretty much just for what could happen. I've worked meetings to do the matching color building, but they're just always doing it, dude. It's just literally there, look almost like an extension of just how I look at it, because negative 100% build doesn't mean you have to put builder shit on it.
Nah, facts. Yeah, I use mine like pre-captioned maybe. I tell them like Jim Simmons, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, look, I'm doing extra credit for your a little extra coin in my game. You know what I'm saying? Looking at the market too, like trying to collect all of the it's like these rainbow colored builders out here, and them boys be smoking more. Oh my damn, I probably blew it. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like one of my favorite ones.
Man, everyone's gonna go steal the color you like.
Yeah, bro, I'm not playing that shit up there, man.
You can't tell people. I told people
Bro.
I like green color stuff, man. I had 10 messages. Hey, I got this green one, and they just bought it off the marketplace.
Hell yeah.
But
But
whatever,
shit, I
I
mean,
bought some of them that I liked.
yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Hopefully, they pop some more up because I said that. You know what I mean? I'm loving the
How's it
one
now,
pro
guys?
businesses. Yeah, yeah. Whoever popping them up there, keep popping them up because I'm gonna keep copping them. You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad you're
Shit's
enjoying the
dope.
game. Hopefully, there's some other people enjoying the game too.
I know
Anyone
it
else
is,
want to come up
man. I
and
know
talk
it
in
is.
Texas? What's up, man? You didn't raise your hand. Do you want me just to? You want to be invited, or you want to ask to be up here?
How's that?
Here, I'll invite you to speak. That the great Texas Crow.
Yeah, I know my man Crow Dad down there be you know what I'm saying, getting this gaming on too, bro. I be
Yeah, how come he
seeing the
doesn't want
posting about.
anyone can come up here and talk, even if you have nothing to do with this game. If you just want to come up and say hi and say, I'm gonna check it out, then you can come up and say hi. But if you're gonna shill a project, I'll boot
Thanks,
you.
guys.
So just keep that in
I
mind.
forgot I turned that down, I
But
think.
hey, we got someone in the crowd, Samir. That's pretty cool, man. My name's Amir. So my uncle's name is Samir too. Anyways,
Hey Pharaoh, hey ball out.
how's it going, bro? How's your day going?
Pretty good. Just watching the Jaguar Bill game. Pretty surprising that the Bills aren't playing very well, but not Main City, but football is still.
Yeah, I haven't been too impressed with my team either, the Patriots. We've kind of sucked dick this year, but we have a bunch of Super Bowl rings already, so I guess I can't really ask for too much. Can't win every year.
Thanks, guys.
Probably won't.
Guys, if you got any questions, just let me know.
But
We'll see.
What's up, Satoshi? How's your YouTube channel going? I popped in for like 2 seconds and then left, but I did come in.
You're a dog, mate. That is a dog act. Nah, all good, brother. Appreciate you running the spaces. Yeah, no, it's all good, going good, man. Just yeah, just looking forward to the spaces here. Really enjoyed the last one, and yeah, just kind of getting probably all of my community's already subbed to you anyway, but in case I pick up any
Yeah, I
stragglers that
do.
aren't.
I definitely have some stuff to talk about today. I'm sure some of you guys have seen I've been pretty vocal in the chat these last few days, but
No, it's
I've
good.
calmed down a little bit. I've calmed down, so it's not going to be too crazy today, but I definitely will be probably sharing some, opinions that, the game developers of Main City won't be too happy with, but they probably will also be happy with a lot of the other things I have to say. So, if there is somebody listening here, give it a chance before you get all hissy pissy at me for, you know, talking shit. But we'll get to that in a little bit. Just let's see if we can get some more speakers up here. If anybody wants to come up and say hi, and maybe if you want, you can't show your project, but if you want to shout out your lion, like, hey, I'm Loaded Lion, 8205, or, whatever. I want to go check out my picture, give it a like. You can show your Loaded Lion. I'll allow that. I mean, technically, you can show whatever you want if you become as a speaker. Just if it's not related to the game or Loaded Lions, then you'll get kicked. So, I mean, if you want to take, and blocked too. So, do it at your own risk. What's up, Ball?
Yo, I just wanted to say like a lot of like the negative aspect that we got. I'm pretty sure like we got like a view on like how it could be better too as well. It's not just like straight negative, like, oh, I hate it because of this and I don't want to play no more, blah blah blah, right? It's
Oh
like,
no,
man, I wish they would add this in and how it could be better like this, right? You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
yeah.
that's all I want
My
to say.
my negativity isn't, in my opinion. I thought it was more constructive. Obviously, I wasn't. You could tell I wasn't happy about certain things, but you know, I don't know. I guess they took certain things the wrong way because I feel like some of the way the support team talks back or responds is like kind of rude. It's like, okay, you guys are like the support, I'm the player. I shouldn't be feeling any type of way towards you guys. But that's okay, I understand it's a company, they got to make some money, but I have been helping them make a lot of money. So I do feel like I should be treated a little better, but it's okay. What's up, Papa Bigfoot? How
Hey,
big
what's
are you,
up,
man?
guys?
Size 15, size 16? What you
Nah,
talking about?
I actually got normal feet.
Oh, normal feet? Damn. So you're capping.
I'd like to discuss just how shitty their answers were, man. Like, I don't know. Everything seemed like, like I said before, like politicians. There was no straight answers. And I'm really disappointed about the referral system, man. I feel like that's something that you would just add to the game, not something to make a big deal about.
Mm.
Yeah, I would like to also see the stats on the referral system to see, like, you know, how useful it really is. I feel like the only people that took advantage of the referral system were people making multiple accounts. Because by the time they made the referral system, anyone who has a loaded line pretty much already, you know, got in the game. And if you couldn't convince your friends to buy a loaded line or NFT in the past, the fuck you think you're gonna be able to convince them to play a game now that, is pretty heavily, around the NFT. So I don't know. The referral system didn't make too much sense to me. Maybe if it came out in the beginning, that would have been pretty cool. And then, we could have referred each other, and if people could have made some extra diamonds or something. But I didn't really see the point of it coming out this late. But it could be good in the future if they had a better bonus, like something that people would get rewarded without spending. Like, you to get rewarded, but from the referral, you have to spend money. For the person referring it. So could have been better, but it's not too bad, I guess. At least it's something.
Yeah, I think a good idea would be if they could get other NFT communities from CDC, like say TMK, for example, if they could somehow introduce those avatars into the game, but only give them like a 4% bonus. That way, Lions are still the focus and Lions benefit the most, but you have other groups. Because I would like to see in the future, I would like to see guild wars be like whole communities versus other communities.
Yeah, that would be pretty dope. I honestly would be very surprised if they don't do that at some point, you know? Maybe when the game actually comes out or something like that, or maybe after the first competitive season. But yeah, I don't see why they wouldn't. It seems pretty easy for them to like add in things to the game. Like even the referral thing, like that's a whole like that's a button you have to click on in the game. So like adding extra things probably be pretty easy. However, before they go in and add a bunch of things, they probably would like to fix the issue with people who have a bunch of NFTs. I found out that I'm not the only person who has the issue not with the gear tab. Someone else who has a lot of backpacks, they're able to get in but only equip one at a time, which I was able to do for a little bit on one of my computers. So I think I have some backpacks equipped, but now none of my computers let me even access the gear tab. As soon as I click on it, it just disappears. And yeah, I don't know why they haven't fixed that issue. I've had people in the chat were like, "Well, you don't even need that many backpacks." So, you know, I was like, "Well, I bought them. You know, I didn't know what the backpacks were gonna be. I didn't know what they were gonna do. I didn't know the airdrop we were getting. I didn't know what that was gonna do. So yeah, I bought a bunch of backpacks because they were cheap. Like literally, 400 backpacks. That's really not that much compared to if you count someone who has like a few, um, blockchain lands. Which, in my opinion, you only need one of those. But there's some people who have like 3 or 4 of those. So why don't you go tell them that they have too much shit?
Did you get your tools or did you
Yeah,
end
I
up
got
giving
them,
it?
but I don't know
Okay.
if I can see them.
Yeah. So
Like
you
if
didn't
I'm
have to
already
move
having
everything over
issues.
from DeFi?
No,
They
I
just
didn't do
gave.
that. I've left everything in my CDC wallet or whatever the main browser, whatever that thing is considered. I've left it like that the whole time. I'm not gonna. Could you imagine trying to move 400 backpacks? I mean, I guess I don't need to move 400, but moving moving. I'm not sure how many lands I have, but like 50 lands, and then my avatar, and then all the backpack. Like to move all that, to pay transfer fees for all that, and remember everything's one by one. There's not a here select all these and you can transfer them all at one time. I have to go and do everything one by one and get the security code message and the text and do all that. There's no way I'm going to sit there, sending all that shit to my DeFi wallet. And then, oh, guess what, guys? There's an airdrop. So now you got to send your shit back to your other wallet. Now I got to pay transfer fees again. No,
Well, I
fuck
mean, the
that.
transfer fees are like 1 crow.
I don't
So
care what the
I
transfer fees
understand
are.
that.
I
Like
don't
I
care if
was
it's
doing that.
point
I was
oh
doing.
one of a penny.
It's
I
really
have.
just the process too. Like that
I
shit. Then they make
understand
you
that,
pay.
but
Oh my god, yo, that's terrible.
by
I already
doing
know.
by doing that, I'm gonna give you the flip side. I was the person who actually did all that. I moved 40 backpacks over to my DeFi. I moved 20 lions and 20 cubs. Took
And
me
how long
about.
did that take?
It took me. I knew you were gonna say it. It took me about 45 minutes to do it.
Yeah,
There are a
see?
couple. There are a couple shortcuts to doing it, but because I did that, I put all that stuff on Minted, and I earned listing rewards to the tune of like $500-600 over the life of the reward system. And yes, it is incredibly tedious,
Yeah,
but
see, I don't have time for
but
all that.
if you have do all the shortcuts and you know the system on how to get it done, you can get it done 30 seconds of transaction. And yeah, I understand, but it wasn't more than 2 hours to do.
You shouldn't have to do that though.
Right,
And
you should select all. It should
yeah.
be, but I
Or
think
at least
eventually.
airdrops to our DeFi wallet. Like
Yeah,
I don't
I
see why
agree. I
that's
don't
so
see
hard.
why they can't airdrop to DeFi wallets.
Or open a ticket for people who let people. I guess that'd be a lot of tickets to open,
But
but
it's such a new company. That's why I'm giving them grace to like grow. And if whatever, like, yes, I don't have to, but because I did, I earned some extra money. That's kind of
Yeah.
like the system, and I wish it was better, but it will be eventually. That's the hope.
And quick question: what? Because I'm curious about the minted stuff, because I'm pretty sure that the rewards aren't the same as before. Like what kind of rewards are you getting now from listing? Because before I know they had like bonuses and stuff like that. Are they still doing those bonuses for loaded lines?
There, it's based on transactions on the Kronos network. So right now, everyone buys their loaded lions when they do on crypto.com, so they don't see all that Kronos movement. But projects like other side stuff and Bored Apes and Mutant Apes, they earn listing rewards. But you also earn trading rewards as well. Minted's really cool, but it's not as cool as Ebisius Bay and Ryoshi Tales.
Yeah, and maybe Blur, depending on what they ever end up doing with their airdrop.
Yeah, I mean, Kronos is an EVM, so I don't understand why OpenSea and whatchamacallit, Blur don't eventually open it up. I guess it's just there's so many NFTs already there. It's just what value are you bringing to OpenSea and Blur?
Yeah, what value are we getting? Oh well. Anyways, um, for those of you who are here and wondering, am I doing a giveaway? Yes, I will be doing a giveaway. So if you're here for only that, stick around and ignore what we're talking about, and you might win. Or participate and have more fun. You never know. Come up on stage, say hi, tell us your favorite lion, your favorite part of the game, maybe something you don't like about the game, or whatever. Anybody's welcome to come up and talk. You don't have to have a million followers. You can have one follower. You can have no followers. You can be a bot. Just keep it related to Main City and Loaded Lions, or you'll get booted and blocked. What's up, Ball Out?
Like and retweet the room, y'all. Like and retweet the
Yes.
room.
Yes, I always forget to say that when I'm hosting. But yeah, like and retweet the room. It helps. And if you win something and I find out you haven't done that, you won't win anyways. So you might want to do it now just in case you win. You never know. There's not that many people here, so you have a pretty good chance of winning something.
So with 4,600 items on the market, it's really hard for a new user to tell what's a good value. Any insight on, like, is this level 38 Lion Den Resort for 1K Crow a good value, or is this level 42 Cool Cats Lounge for 500 Crow a better value?
So the way I've calculated it out, each at least for the commons, for the cool cat, each level is in diamond cost because that's, remember, I'm at the top, so I do kind of spend money on diamonds, which luckily I haven't had to lately since there's not anyone competing with me close to the top. So I actually haven't really had it been boosting lately, which is very nice. So thanks guys for saving me some money on that. But so when I look at the market, I look at diamond cost just to have an idea of what the value is. So I look at each level I'm adding in 58 crow per level. So if I see something on the market that's like half of that, whatever that cost ends up being, it looks like a pretty good buy to me. And then I just try to find which level is the best. So if I see a level 46 and maybe a level 40, and okay, well, the 46 is higher level, but the level 40 is not
So
that much
you're
cheaper. I could upgrade
saying
it
for the
myself,
Cool Cats Lounge, it's 58 Crow a level. So
pretty much. Yeah.
in theory, a level 10 would be 580 Crow, and
If
so
you
on and
were
so
just to
forth.
purely
Pure.
buy the diamonds from the marketplace, from the game. Obviously, you have your own diamond income generation. Uh, so you just want to make sure you don't spend more than what the diamonds cost because like you just build it to yourself. Now, if you're a lower level person, then so people probably wondering like, oh, why are your buildings so expensive that I put on the marketplace? Because I'm sure you guys see some of the highest level buildings cost the most. Well, the reason I put those up at the highest cost is again because I am playing by diamond cost. So anything I sell on the marketplace has to cost more. Has to cost, first of all, more than 15% what it sells for in the marketplace. Because remember, the game greedily takes 15% of our sales. So if I sell something for exactly what I paid for it, then I'm losing 15%. So I don't make anything.
Well, I know you snuck in that word greedily, but doesn't that also prevent from you making 10 accounts or 20 accounts and like becoming like 1 through 10 in
Well,
theory?
they already have, they're already preventing
Y-
you from that, and they're also threatening to ban your main account. So like, I've probably spent what, I mean, profit. Not I haven't made any profit, but like I've lost, I guess, over $20,000 in the game. So what? Why would I risk opening a bunch of different
not
accounts to then
you
lose
in
my main
not
account?
you in general,
Well, so
Pharaoh. but
anybody, like
but
no one's
oh
gonna be number one. No, like
well,
I'm not. I'm gonna make sure of it. So no one's
that's the
gonna be
thing
able
is
to.
when this game was going to be strictly DeFi and we weren't going to connect our crypto.com accounts, that's kind of what I envision happening anyways. But now that they've like kind of attached our IDs to the game, like they know who we are.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to. I mean, I've trust me, like just the referral system, for example, I've had a ton of people sign up for it, and now more than half of those names are gone. So they're deleting people's accounts because I'm losing people's names on my referral system. None of them spent any money, so I didn't get anything, for diamonds. But they're definitely out there deleting people's accounts. So they're definitely doing some shit. What's up, Papa Bigfoot? Sorry, see your hand up. I don't want it to get tired.
I just wanted to say another thing that I would like to see in the game is some type of like filler in between because I don't know about y'all, man, but this game's boring as shit. And I mean, it's there's nothing really fun about logging on and clicking 20 times and then being like, all right, well, I can do something again in like 3 or 4 hours. Even if it's just something small, like even another NFT project, maybe like battle pets or something, to where you could compete against other players and get small rewards. Nothing too big to where it'd be impactful to the game, but just something, man. Anything.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that they are working on that. Remember, they did mention something about like a guild system. So like, I'd assume that there would be something more to it than just having like the guild with the best score. But I guess we'll see. That sounds like kind of more in the future than coming up pretty soon. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I agree. And then with what they're doing to the marketplace, they're kind of killing more of the game because like part of the game now is log in and see who undercut you in the marketplace. And now if you're not going to be able to buy buildings higher level than you, I don't really know how many people are going to be using the marketplace. I mean, how many of you guys buy lower level buildings? I know I do sometimes, but I buy them so that I can level up buildings to sell. But if I can't sell the higher level buildings, then I'm never going to buy a lower level building. It doesn't make any sense. So, I mean, are any of you guys actually buying lower level buildings than your prestige? Or are most of you guys buying higher level ones?
Yeah, hi, we buying up, yo. There's no point to
Yeah.
like, yeah, because we at the point where you buy up, you can just rank up the other ones under that prestige so fast, it's ridiculous. Like I used one of the ones I bought on market to level up my whole entire first city. You know what I'm saying? And
Yep.
yep,
So I told them to do, and maybe they're putting into consideration. I really hope, and I'll feel pretty bad for all the shit I'm talking. But if they were putting it in consideration, they probably would have said something to me already just to kind of keep me at bay. But hopefully they are, and that's why they've kind of delayed. It looks like they've delayed its release because they've announced this update a while ago, and they keep saying coming soon, coming soon, coming soon. So hopefully they're working on something
yeah,
higher.
they definitely delayed it. My bad. The
Yeah, no,
playbook,
you're good.
yeah, they say they
So
delayed it. I don't know when they delayed it too.
hopefully they did what I recommended, which they want to put some type of limit in there so like somebody can't just make a new account and buy the best building. I recommended to implement a level, just like a certain range of levels that you can go up and down from buying. So if if you just started the game, you can only buy up to level 5 or level 10 maybe. So you have a little window of what you can buy up ahead of you, but you can't go too crazy. So it's got to be at least a few levels. 5 levels, I think, at a minimum, maybe 10. you know they should have at least tried that first, instead of just going to say, hey, you're not going to be able to buy anything higher level than you. Like right now, there's no cap, and that they're going to go to nothing. So it's crazy. They should have done it in steps, and they could have just kept lowering it. They could have even done 20 levels at first, and then drop it down to 10, and then drop it down to 5, and then just see how the community reacts to it. But going to nothing and pretty much killing the marketplace that they're actually making a ton of money on makes zero sense to me. They make more money on most of the buildings that I sell than I do. I mean, I've sold some stuff and made 100 crow, and they've made like 1,200 crow. So I don't understand what's going on. Hope they're working on something, but if they go to the market to zero, the market itself is literally zero. They might as well take it out of the game. They also could have maybe just saved that for competition mode. Maybe there is no marketplace in competition mode, and that could make things interesting. But leave the marketplace on normal mode. I don't know. See what they end up doing, and yeah.
I've been buying lower level businesses, man, but I just consider it like my farm. I've got like 3 lands, and what I plan on doing is having a bunch of commons at, like, say, prestige 10, prestige 20, prestige 25. That way, whenever, after the patch, I can just kind of do like 2 or 3 from each prestige level. But another thing that I want to say that we was talking about in Satoshi's Discord yesterday is, I think more than likely when the tools come out, we're going to have to reload and replace all of our stuff. So if you guys are buying a high level business, let's say that you have like a 64 common or something that's producing you gold, you might want to boost it all the way up into that point, because I really don't think they'll take the gold away. But I have a feeling that all of those high level businesses are going to go back to our inventory, and we're not going to be able to use them until we're at the proper prestige.
No, I don't think they're going to do that, because they did already say that we're allowed to have them. So that would be pretty messed up if they went and made, like, literally. I'm sure a lot of people are going to go buy a high level building, the highest level that they can afford, before the new update comes out, and put it on their land. So if everyone goes and does that, and then they say, oh, hey, now everyone has to go pick up their lands, and then but you're not going to be able to put that high level one you just paid a bunch of money for, they're really going to have a lot of issues, and I highly doubt that's going to happen. They'll probably that's why they're waiting for that update. They're probably waiting for the tools to come out. Then everyone might can do their resets, and then they'll come out with the update later. And I'm sure they'll make exceptions in the future, because I can't imagine someone paying 4,000, 8,000 crow for something, and then not be able to use it until they get to the to that level, which could be forever. So that'd be pretty messed up. They'll have a lot of problems if they do that. So hopefully if somebody's listening, don't do that. You guys are not gonna like the outcome.
I hope they incorporate the mansion in some of the level requirements for the buildings.
What'd you say? Sorry, it beeped out.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
I'm on my laptop now. My cell phone died.
Oh.
I hope they utilize the mansion as kind of a barrier where you have to spend some time in the mansion to level up it, so you can therefore tie that in, because
Well, they did say they're tying in the avatar level, which the only way you level up your avatar is through the mansion. So they already have that coming into play. Your avatar level is going to come into play in competition mode as well. So before competition mode comes out, guys, you might want to make sure that your avatar level is as high as you can get it. You will still, I guess they're gonna have a separate avatar level. They didn't really give me. I tried getting good clarification on it, but I didn't really get the best answer. But I guess they're gonna have some type of like a secondary avatar level because that's the only way that you get blueprints is by leveling up your avatar level. So if your avatar level helps you in competition mode, how the hell are you gonna get blueprints if you're already at a super high level? Like you're never gonna level up. So I'm not sure how that's gonna come into play, but they did say your avatar level is gonna matter, and it will transfer over to competition mode, and somehow you'll still be able to level up to get blueprints, but they didn't say how. This is from the dev support, so that's confirmed from them. I'm not just making anything up, in case anybody was wondering. But we got some new people here. Before we get back to you, balls out. Let's say hi to we got Charles. If you're up here, you gotta say something. So either whether it's a question or you want to shout out your lion, Mr. Turtle. I know we're not supposed to shout out other things, but I like Ninja Turtles, so shout out to your PFP. I don't know if anybody knows the artist Nichos, but I have a whole set of Ninja Turtle originals from him. They're pretty sick.
So all I was basically gonna ask, or can y'all hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. The biggest thing, like with this game, I found I think it's actually pretty fucking fun because I like numbers, I like math, so it's like to me, I think it's actually really fun. The only thing that I'm trying to figure out as far as the game and communication is how much coins and I guess money do you get from having one of the loaded lions or the cyber cups?
So with the NFTs, if you have a loaded line, you get a 10% boost to your income, to your gold income, and then with the Cyber Cup, it's a 5% boost. They're not stackable, so it's just you pick one or the other. Obviously, if you have both, pick the line because it wouldn't make sense to miss out on 5%. But if you don't have either, if you can afford the Cyber Cup, that's an extra 5%. So it's a pretty nice little boost. They did also say that they are trying to work out a stacking feature. So as of right now, it doesn't stack. You just get either 10 or 5%, but they are saying that somehow you're going to be able to stack at some point. But I guess they did say it's more of a maybe. I don't know. They're not the best answer, but it's a possibility, I guess. They're saying maybe you'll be able to stack, maybe you won't. They're trying to figure something out that they would think is fair, especially since some people have a lot of lions. So maybe they'll do a cap. Maybe you can stack up to 5 lions, or or you can stack your lion and your cub and something like that. But yeah, right now 10% or 5%.
Okay, I had one more question.
Sure.
I know like you're literally top dog. I know that number one, right?
Yep.
What lands do you use, or will you actually tell us?
Sure. Yeah, I can tell you. I'll tell you. And again, if anyone else has any other questions about my build or land, I've posted them in the chats a few times. But yeah, I'll tell you guys whatever you want to know. So right now, I am running one blockchain, and then I have 4 molten caverns, and then I have let's see, 4, 5, 6 sapphires, 2 allurings, maybe like 10 crimson dunes, and then I've unlocked maybe like 11 or 12 arid planes. It's producing me 4.58 million diamonds per hour. Um, Personally, I think you probably only really need. I mean, technically, you don't really need a blockchain, but if you want to be competitive, and be in the top, I would definitely say blockchain is the way to go. The person I was fighting with in first place before, he was boosting diamonds a little bit more than me, but he did have the first place spot, and he didn't have a blockchain. He was using molten cavern, just one molten cavern, and some other basic lands. So you definitely don't need the blockchain, but remember the blockchain, you get 20 spots that give you full income. So he was only getting 18 spots with full income, which is why he had to spend more money on boosting his buildings. I don't have to spend as much because I had 2 extra buildings that were giving me way more gold than he was. And as you get leveled up, your other pieces of land you start actually using, because I think like I'm prestige
The
69.
issue
I think I
is not
needed
everybody can
33 or
afford to get a
34
blockchain.
buildings
I mean, I'd love to have a
to get
blockchain, but
there.
I don't have a
So I am
spare
starting to
4K
use my
sitting around
secondary
personally.
land, but it's not even worth it. Like, let me show you my income. My one blockchain that has everything on it, I'm making 197.67S. I am boosting a couple buildings, so probably without the boost, it'd probably be closer to maybe like 100 or 125. My molten cavern, my second piece of land that I think only gets like a 30 or 40% reduction, is only producing 325.91 R. So not even one, not even like one S of the next income. So it's pretty much worthless. Like it literally doesn't produce anything. Even if I boosted every single piece of land, like I'd get to maybe 2S, which is only 2% of what
Let
my
me get
main
one of
land
those R
produces.
buildings, okay?
Yeah, I have stuff listed in the marketplace. Had a couple sales yesterday.
I just need it for an hour. I'll give it right back.
Some of my I was Yeah, but see the problem with that is you can't. Not for 3 days. You can't give it back for 3 days. So you'd have to rent it for
Yo, and
three
then how
days.
many people gonna be trying to snipe that, yo? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I'm hoping honestly. I'm not gonna lie. I've honestly spent a bunch of money, so I'm kind of hoping a bunch of people buy all my buildings right before the new update comes out and make some of that money back. Uh, so if you guys want a high level building, I think I'm the only one with them right now. So show me some love. I know you guys have been buying my blueprints. I posted like 30 blueprints for sale. Like half of them are gone already. I guess
Oh
price.
yeah, that's you. Thank you. I'm collecting them.
Yeah, I posted them for 155. I guess the prices finally went up. I posted some for 155 and some for 170. Like I don't know, a week ago when the price was at like 100. And I was like, all right, someday these will sell. And they finally sold. I think I made 10 crow on each one. Yes. What's up, Turtle? Let's see what you have to say.
Well, I seen the price of the lions coming down a little bit, from where they were at. So I might get myself a lion sooner than later. That's for sure. In the meantime, at least I got myself a cub. So I'm good with that for right now. Um, the game, the game so far, I got 11 pieces of land. So I got 3 original pieces of land, and I got 9 in-game lands. Now, so I got a total of 12. Now I noticed that after 10, you can't really do anything anymore. All you do is basically collect nothing but diamonds, which is okay for me because to me, I think diamonds is kind of like what you need here to keep moving because that's the only thing that keeps stalling me. Like I level my things up real quick, but I need diamonds. So I'm kind of excited for the reveal that's gonna happen because that reveal is gonna, hopefully I get something that's gonna boost my diamonds, where I'm gonna be able to earn more diamonds and be able to upgrade these things a little bit more faster. You know what I mean? I know I was one of those that picked up one of those golden what is it, blueprints, and I got lucky enough to get one of the towers, which I leveled it up to like a prestige 2, and I sold it like literally at the beginning, which I kind of messed up. I should have held on to it because I see the price of those kind of went up a little higher, So after that, I've got some more gold blueprints, and luckily I got an arcade right now, so I got my arcade up to a level 10 prestige. So I'm happy with that. You know what I
Hell
mean?
yeah, nice man. That's pretty lucky. I'll tell you a little quick funny story about those blueprints. So the first blueprint that you get from leveling up in the game, I think what level 10 or 5, I forget how it was in the beginning, but you get your first legendary blueprint. And my first one I got was a legendary. And I was like, holy shit. So as soon as you get one of these, you get a legendary. So I went to the market and bought 2 legendary blueprints for 6,000 crow each. Remember, this is at the beginning of the game, so no one really knew what the value of anything was going to be. And yeah, they both ended up being rares. I was pissed. But I guess I can't be too mad because I did see a sale for I think someone bought one for like 25,000 or something like that. So I guess I wasn't the only one making poor decisions.
I think a guy in my stream bought one for 10k, a legendary on day one, or something.
Yes, we've all made poor decisions. That's okay.
So, question: what was the whole point of these referrals now? Like, because I know I got 3 referrals, and I could see like their levels. I could see that one got to level 19 so far. The ones are like to level 23. But how do I start earning diamonds for those reward diamonds?
You earn, I believe it's 20% of whatever diamonds they buy. So
Please remember to hit the like button,
they
guys,
have
if you
to
haven't
actually
already.
buy diamonds in the game for you to get anything.
Oh, okay.
Help spread the message of loaded lines.
Yeah, it would have been
Yeah.
nice if they let you get like a income, like based off their income.
I've got a
Whatever their
question
diamond income,
for
10% of that would have been cool. Up to their
Pharaoh
cap,
and
they have a cap
anyone
on there of
else who wants
100
to
million, but
input.
no one.
Yeah. Once I
I only
found out
had
the
one
real
person.
thing, I was like, yeah, I guess this doesn't matter much giving out. Heck yeah.
Yeah, I had 22 referrals at one time, and I guess 12 of them were bots because I only have 10 people left on here. But the only person that I made any diamonds on was my brother, and he got me 8 million diamonds, and that's it. Not a single other person that I referred uh, got any diamonds, which sucks because on October 10th, which is in 2 days, I did a giveaway for Crow, and my brother's gonna win. Like he's the only one who spent diamonds, so I mean technically nobody's gonna win. I might just end up doing a different giveaway. So look out for that, guys. I have another giveaway probably coming soon, since nobody won this one, and the only people I see on here are these level 40s that are probably all bots. So probably gonna have a nice little 5,000 Crow giveaway coming up soon. Not sure what the details are gonna be on that, but yeah, unless you guys have a friend that wants to join my referral, they can. Maybe they can win. But right now, nobody's winning.
A little question, Pharaoh, for you actually, just when you've got a moment, and maybe the
Hey,
rest.
what's up, man?
Sorry, yeah, this is, well, I suppose directed at you and everybody. So I know there hasn't been much talk about, I only thought about it then, but there hasn't been, well, at least I haven't heard any talk about like a loan system or a scholarship system. So just to give you guys an example, for those of you that maybe don't know what it is exactly, there's actually a working example of it. At the moment, GALA Games have got a game called Spider Tanks. Some of you might be familiar, but essentially what it is, it's a player versus player brawler, like top-down style, like Dota 2 or Defense of the Ancients. Now what happens is you can essentially buy an NFT tank. It's pay to win. You can buy a really expensive, powerful NFT tank, and if you don't want to play with that tank, you can put it into like a loaning pool. And then what happens is it allows players that don't want to invest or don't have the funds to be able to invest in an expensive tank but want to play the game can actually play what's called pilot mode. And they go and play pilot mode, and then each game they get basically handed out a random tank from this pool. And then with that random tank, if they win, they get a percentage of the winnings, and then a percentage goes to the person who loans the tank out, who's actually paid for the NFT. I personally feel that this could work really well for this game, especially because, like yourself, for example, you just said about how many lands that you own. To me, it seems a bit of a shame that there's a lot of those lands that it's great that you can own them, but I feel like it would be way cooler if you could put all of the lands that you weren't using, the NFT lands, into a pool, and to allow other free players to come in, experience the game for free, give you some earnings on the side, and they also make some earnings as well. And so, yeah, as I said, this is already something that GALA Games have made work with Spider Tanks. Like, it does actually work. I'm not speaking to whether I think it's a good or a bad game, Spider Tanks, but more to the actual system, the loaning system. So again, enabling free players to come in, experience the game, earn some money without having to put a lot in, but also potentially growing the game a lot, because there are obviously only a finite number of these NFTs. So anyway, yeah, I just thought I'd put that out there, not just for Pharaoh, but for anyone that has any thoughts on that, whether that's maybe a good or a bad idea, or
But you don't think they've already kind of done that with the referral system, where you kind of already get like an aired plane, and You
Can
know,
I
know,
can I
I
just
know the
say something? It
person
reminds me a
prefers
lot of
to
Axie,
get
to be
it.
honest.
Well,
I think that it does remind me of a lot of Axie, because essentially that is the system of Axie, except for in this one it randomizes it in a pool
that's right.
system.
Yeah.
I think the problem with this, and the reason why Axie didn't go in that direction, the reason why it probably didn't work, was because playing games is about getting the right toolkit rather than spawning with random stuff and using counters. I mean, if you do you do any board gaming by any chance? Board gaming?
A little bit.
Well, you know, in board gaming, it's all about counters and prediction, and in some ways probability, correct?
Yeah, true.
It's very hard to play a game that does not feel like gambling, where you think it's skill based, to receive randoms. And so in dice, like for example, you know, Magic and things like that, there are dice, but the difference between that is that you are getting the cards, or in different board games, there's different things that you selected from something, right? So you're, even though you're getting dice, usually the dice indicates either A, the number of turns you get for choosing, B, the number of turns that you get for moving your character, and then you still have access to your deck, whereby you're trading with home cards. So, you know, a couple examples would be Europa or Catan or something like that, where you're generally speaking making predictions about what's left in the deck, correct? Like that's a huge part of like gaming. And in strategy gaming, that is. So essentially removing the strategy from this gaming. And what are you getting in the end? Like half, I really don't like that. It's like the half casino, half game approach. It doesn't resonate with a lot of people who consider gaming fun.
I think I didn't make it clear enough. So basically, I wasn't talking about. I was using just the spider tank as an example of the fact that you could actually loan something out and it can work, but not. I wouldn't say applying the randomization as such to loaded lines, but more so. Let me give you an example. All right, I'm sure maybe some of you are familiar with the Crypto Report YouTube channel. Crypto Kip. Now he owns a blockchain land, for example. He did a live stream on day none when it came out. Now I can't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure he's not on there like probably a lot of us are, playing every single day. So he's just holding his blockchain land as an investment. Maybe he'll utilize it in the future for a sale. He's not on there playing every day, right? I can tell you that right now. Now, what if for say this competition mode, he could say, okay, well, there's a pool. I can give up that land to someone to potentially use. All right, so someone can go in and take that just for one competition season, and they can get half the. So they can essentially build out their build for just that comp season, and then at the end of the comp season, it gets returned to Kip. He gets half the earnings, and then half the earnings go to someone, a lucky someone, say, who just you go into a pool just to receive a land, and then you can earn some decent income from that land. Because I heard what you mentioned, Pharaoh,
but
about
again, that
the
doesn't
arrows.
really answer the question. I mean, like, so if this would be correct if there was, let's say, 10 things and it randomized and chose one of those 10 things, and then if everyone was aware of what those 10 things were, they could make a probability of like how many cards essentially were left. In this case, how many lands were left, so they could make decisions and strategize. Correct. By removing the strategy from it making it all about.
But what strategy is
Like, do
there?
you do any gaming at all?
I mean, it depends
Like,
on.
I don't know a single successful board game that doesn't have that element to it. And there's a reason why they're successful, because they're fun. And it allows for people to have rational decisions, not feeling they got screwed by just randomness. I don't know many successful board games where it was luck based that got you to win stuff.
It's not really about.
Yeah, it's
but
very,
the thing,
very tough.
it's not really about. I don't see much strategy right now because the different land tiers, essentially they just earn you more diamond generation and give you the capacity to
Yeah,
earn more
but
gold.
isn't
Nah,
that the
yeah,
reason
and I
why
like
they're
really
fun?
don't see the difference in play styles. Like that's something I thought was gonna pay more attention, and they really point that out. But yeah, it's really like only really one way to succeed in the game, and that's like
That's right.
get your diamonds up. So yeah,
There's not a lot of strategy right now because in my opinion, I mean there is a bit. There obviously there is some, but I guess
A lack of strategy reduces fun.
I
Are you
agree.
aware of this?
No, I agree entirely. I
Okay.
agree entirely. But I
all
agree.
of the other like side has just been me having like my own personal fun, and that's like just coming from my creativity, right? Like trying to match up the color builds and stuff. But you really gotta like dig in deep to figure out like that extra fun stuff. It don't come off just to the, you know what I'm saying, average player for real. But no, I definitely feel what y'all saying. And I really want to see them explore that arcade more, man, so our Lions can do something with them games in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I was actually going to chime on that too, because I noticed that you have like the arcade, and then you have also the fitness center, but you can't really utilize it and actually make it work for you to where the diamond should be producing from doing something in there. I don't know about y'all, but I think that would be a good idea. Somewhere to
That'll be
like,
nice.
Yeah,
yeah,
hopefully a
like
part of like
advance it.
leveling up our Lion comes with like the interactivity of them.
Well, I
It
think the
is-
mansion though isn't a business thing. It's like your personal house. So if you have an arcade in your personal house or a fitness center in your personal house, do you make money from it? No. So I don't think that's gonna happen. But our gyms and stuff on our land, or like the art legendary arcade, if they made something to go along with those, that would be pretty cool. That we could interact with a little bit more than just clicking level up, level up, level up, level up, level up,
Yeah,
diamond
like, I was
level
just
up, level up, level
speaking
up.
more of the fun, like the fun aspect, just to give us more to do. Like some when we waiting for our bills or our diamonds to get there, our gold to get to them coins, right? We can
Yeah,
go in
like
there and
some
just
mini
play a little
games.
mini game or something.
Yeah, mini games would be awesome. They could easily do that. Hopefully they do. Um,
Send people out on missions.
yeah.
I just think that I just think they need a way. They need to really think about ways to include people that can afford a bit less. You know, that's that. I guess that was the whole angle on why I mentioned the potential loaning system. Less about kind of giving someone a random draw, but just more about allowing someone, like someone who's on minimum wage, they're never going to be able to make top 1,000 by purchasing a land unless someone gives it
100%,
to
mate.
them. You know, I guess just giving this kind of person opportunity. They go into a pool. Oh, one day, one comp. Oh wow, I actually got an opportunity to. They can still use strategy. It doesn't matter whether they have a blockchain, a Dune, a Luring Aurora. They still apply the same strategy within the buildings. Do you know what I mean? I'm only talking about the land itself. I don't see how much strategy within what land you get, would theoretically get, or hypothetically get, would change the strategy as such. A strategy would come from within the game. Once you've already got the land, you're in the comp mode. Okay, now what businesses do I place? What do I upgrade? When do I use boost? When do I not? That kind of thing. That's where I see the strategy at the moment, rather than the actual land you get. But I don't know. I just think for me, it's like I just think so many people are probably holding really expensive NFTs that are probably not earning people money, but they could be earning you more money, plus earning someone else money and give someone else an opportunity to earn some decent money that's not just from ARIDs. Anyway, I'll leave it at that.
That's
Again, I
that's a
think this
really
is
good
a
point.
fundamentally bad idea.
I think it's
Why are
just,
you gymming?
and I mean, obviously they have to cater to the people that are spending large amounts of money in the game, but they need to cater to the people, to the normal guy that has one land that comes in. He needs to be able to feel like he's participating, or there's a chance that he might win something.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
Well, I can promise you right
Can
now,
I come in on this? Can I reply? If you don't
to the
mind.
people spending the most money, 100%. Because if they were, this guy would be happy because I have probably spent the most money. I think maybe Hayton might have technically spent a little more than me, just because he hasn't made any money back, and I've made maybe like 20-30% back of what I've spent so far.
Anyway, guys, can you hear me 420?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, sorry. Just quickly, obviously I'm at work, but I just want to introduce myself. I'm Gary Pug 106. You probably all know me by that name.
Oh, what's up, man? You made it on.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I snuck away. I got to go back
Snuck away
very
from where? Were
shortly.
you in
But,
the bathroom?
no, I went to my car.
Oh, okay.
But no, it's awesome to finally meet you all, legends. And I mean, when it comes to this game, like, for better or worse, I'm in until the end. I think once Bitcoin pumps again, we could all make a lot of money off this game. We just got to hold it out. But
Hopefully the game's
you're
still here.
absolutely legend, man. Yeah, so let's hope. But 420, you're the best ambassador for the game, and we all appreciate you.
The
mate.
game's a scam and it sucks ass. Why can't I say something about that?
No, you can.
No. I do feel that.
Trust
But
me, I say bad stuff about the game all the time. So this is definitely a space where you say good or bad. No problems with me. Trust me on that. I'm just glad that Gary made it away from work to come say hi, so I'll let him say what he's got to say.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
No problem, man. Get back to work. Stop being
I will.
lazy.
Love it. Oh, cheers, guys. I'll speak to you soon.
All right, man.
All right. Bye.
Let me just say something if I can. Am I allowed to say something?
No, yeah, go ahead, because probably whatever you're gonna say, I'm gonna agree with. So go ahead.
Well, you know what? I don't know if you've seen my PFP. I joined the Israeli Defense Forces, and I recommend all people join the IDF. I recently joined as an otter.
I probably can't. I have no problem with anyone from over there. Just letting you know, but I am Egyptian and my whole family's Egyptian, so I probably won't be joining.
But all you need
But
to do is if you're an otter, join the IDF. We have a special section called Otter Forces, and we're doing these PFPs. We're putting the Israeli flag in your background. All you need to do is become an informant for us and inform on people who are neighbors of Israel, namely Egyptians, Jordanians, and Lebanese people. Syrians too. Thank you.
can I snitch on myself? Is there reward money involved?
I mean, are you willing to get the PFP and buy the PFP and be an otter and
Maybe. What else do I
it?
get out of it? Is there a free trip involved or like a prize or something?
You get the NFT?
I personally
nothing off the bat.
don't see any negative in the rental system,
But
guys.
But
I
you're
don't
all
know
about
about you, but
NFTs.
I'll tell you
I
what,
feel like
I'll
it would
do
be
that.
perfect for this game.
I'll get your NFT
Because
with
at the end of the day, if you're someone
flag
that
in the
owns
background,
like a lot of hot property, it's going to benefit you. Like a lot of people are going to have land that
You understand that
they
this is
can't
a
rent
psyop.
out.
We're backed by.
Like a lot of people are going to
Are
have
you
land that
backed
they're
by
not making any
Ben.eth?
money from. So why not have an opportunity to lend that
Is he a
out?
real
You
person?
earn some income as the landowner. You
I
give
mean,
someone
I've
else
heard
an
him talk.
opportunity to
I've
earn.
never seen him in real life.
Oh yeah, you did talk. I'm a little bit confused. Was Ben Armstrong Ben.eth?
No, those are different people.
So, question: how did Ben Armstrong get involved in Ben.eth?
Because his name was Ben and he wanted to try and buy. He
So
did buy.
why is Ben Armstrong broke and asking for money from his followers now?
Honestly, bro, that's a really it's a really entertaining thing because I have been following it, and he actually got arrested by showing up at the network that we
But
was
if
on.
Ben.eth, the token or thing, went up in value, and Ben, the Armstrong guy, had some of that, how does he have no money?
Apparently, he didn't have access to her. It's probably all bullshit. I'm sure he has a bunch of money. But anyways, man, we're getting a little bit off topic here. We're here to talk about Loaded Lions and Main City. I did entertain it a little bit because I do think that whole thing is hilarious. So anybody, if you guys do want to hear some comedy, go follow up on Ben Armstrong and Ben.eth. It's like a shit show. It's hilarious. This guy like showed up at somebody's house. He got kicked off his own network. He like had a Lamborghini he apparently lost, and then like he said he's not scared of the guy who took it, or and then like there's like a hit out to get him. I don't know. It's a really funny, entertaining thing. So go check it out if you want to. But let's get back to Main City.
And he cheated
So
on his wife, I think, and it was
what?
and it was caught live, wasn't it? When he got
Yeah, what
arrested.
he was live streaming it when he arrested, and not only that, he live streamed it while he was getting arrested.
Yeah,
And the person that was with him in the car was
yeah,
his like
the
mistress that he was
mistress, yeah.
cheating on with his wife from his wife, and he didn't really want to. They're like, "Who's in the car?" And he's like, who's in the wife? I mean, who's in the car?" And they're like, "Yeah, who's in the car?" He's like, okay, guys, it's Cassie, but my wife knows that she's here. It's hilarious, you guys. Go look up Ben Armstrong, BitBoy. I'm not sure what his handle is now. Ben.eth. That whole thing is a circus and it's hilarious. I wouldn't, if you want to invest in their stuff, do it at your own peril. I've lost a bunch of money through that shit show, so I don't recommend it. But, anyways, let's get back to Main City. What's up, Ball? You got something Main City related or Loaded Line related?
Yeah, like and retweet the room, y'all. Like and retweet the room.
Yes,
Let's
thank
go.
you. Never mind that reminder.
I was just gonna say, I hope that everyone that is playing the game, hopefully you actually like it. If not, ask questions, kind of like what's going on here. But I think for the majority of what it's already established, I think the game is pretty fucking good. I don't know about y'all. If you love numbers like I do, this shit's fun as hell every single day.
Yeah, I'm liking
That's
it
all I
too,
was
man. I
gonna
just like
say.
the tycoon style game too. So like it is a couple of improvements that could be made, but you know, I do got faith in the team to kind of make those improvements and listen to the community, hopefully. But yeah, man, I'm having fun and like I got one. I only got one land, y'all. I'm like number 200-300 in rankings. But so yeah, like you could definitely you can compete. It's competitive and everybody know
I
you
have
got
to
to
ask
spend
though,
a little
why
bit.
is it being mentioned by Crypto.com? Is there a relation?
Yes, they do. Do you even have a loaded line, man? Like, do you know anything about this game?
But
Man,
that's not what my
that's Jimmy,
question is.
man. He just be going. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I feel like you're trolling a little bit. No offense. So
Wait, is Crypto.com backing this game of some kind? I know it's
yes,
on
they
Crow,
hired them.
but
It's on
Crypto.com and Crow are
crypto.com.
different. You
They
know that, right?
the game this game licensed from Crypto.com or something. We don't know the exact correlation, but yes, they are working together for this game. CDC is not making the game; it's a separate company, but they are licensed from them.
And also, I would also add to that, even if you do technically see them as a separate entity, the way I feel about it is that if Loaded Lions Main City were hypothetically to fail tomorrow, that would look very bad on Crypto.com as a company, as opposed to any other Crypto.com or Crow NFT collection, whatever you want to call it, was to fail, it probably wouldn't rub off as badly. Kind of like, if that makes sense. Even though they're not technically developing the game, they kind of
Yeah,
outsourced
even
it.
though they're not developing the game, I think we all like we know that they're not developing it, but
Yeah.
we're still putting it together. Like I don't give a
Yeah,
fuck if they're developing it or not. If it fails, to me, they failed.
that's
So
exactly right. Like, it's in
you
their
know,
best interest for it
Yeah,
not to
they in each
fail.
other pockets. They in each other pockets for sure.
Yeah, I reckon. Yeah.
100%. Because this game has to do good for Loaded Lines to do good, and if it doesn't, and it continues as they're going, I think it's not going to be good. Hopefully, they listen to the community a little bit more. I think the problem is they were listening to the few people that are in their Discord channel, which doesn't make up the entire community of Loaded Lions, and all the people playing the game. And a lot of people in the Discord aren't even like they're not even playing the game. There's a lot of trolls, and I think that they listen to these people and they're like, "Oh, we need to make this change. We need to make that change to make these people happy." And like for me, for example, I don't always read all the announcements, because again, this is alpha. I don't need to listen to every single update that's coming out. And when I did finally read it, that's why I was like, "Wait, they're changing the marketplace." Yeah, they can't do that. But it looks like they still are. Hopefully, I made enough of a fuss for them to make some type of change, and which would be good because if they did, I know some people will probably be mad. They're like, "Oh, you're listening to the guy who's in number one. He cried, and then you catered to him." Well, trust me, my ideas are for the game's best interest. It has nothing to do with how much I make in the game because like I've said, and if you guys look at my wallet, you will see I am not making any profit on this game. I'm losing tons of money on this game. But I like to be number one, and I don't like people to pass me, so I want to stay here.
Hey,
Make
how
easy for
hard,
me, guys.
Pharaoh? How hard do you think it would be to get like maybe a guest in one of your AMAs from them and just explain to them that look, everybody here's not trying to beat anybody up, but
Oh,
I feel like all the ideas in here and everybody is like it's pretty much on
they
point on
didn't
what.
like me on on my last day on our last AMA because I still have issues in the game. Like if you were here in the beginning, I still can't access my gear tab. I was able to access it for a little bit, and I could equip one backpack, and then the game would freeze. I'd have to reload, relog
Be right
in,
back, guys.
and equip another one. And then that worked for a little bit, but then now it stopped. So I don't even know what I have equipped, if I have anything equipped. But when I brought that up to them on their little AMA, they were pretty much silent. And if you want to go back and listen to
Yeah, I know, man. That
Andy's post,
sucks,
he's
dude, that
about to
you're
make
having the
some
problems
clips.
like that.
He's about to make some clips about it, so I'm sure I'm gonna have some funny memes coming out soon. But yeah, I definitely gave them a piece of my mind. They were kind of silent about it, didn't really know what to say or how to respond to it. Besides, like, oh yeah, we'll get you taken care of. I'm still not fixed. I have since then wrote to them in the chat and just like, look, guys, I give up. Whenever this new update comes out, I'm not playing anymore. So if you guys actually do have somebody working on my case, you can tell them to stop. I don't care. And they were like, "Oh, okay, sorry to hear that. If you have any ideas about the game, please let us know." And I was like, "Really? Like what? That's how you guys are gonna like respond to me?" I was like, "Well, look, if you guys want any more ideas from me, I'm not doing it for free, so you guys can hire me as a consultant after I stop playing." And
Yeah, I kind of picture a
they
guy
liked it.
dude walking into somebody's office and saying, yeah, we need more funding to increase the strength of the servers."
Yeah, didn't go too well. Oh well. Anyways, anyone else got some questions or want to come up and say hi? I see Cannon here. What's up, man? You gonna let anyone hear your pretty voice, or you gonna stay hidden in the shadows? What's up, Fresh Out? Shout out to you, man. Another mutant. I got a mutant ape as well. Also got my board ape, as you guys can see. I had my loaded line for a while, and I wanted to keep it there, but haven't been too happy with the game, so I'm gonna rock the board ape for a little bit until I feel like crypto.com deserves me advertising for them.
And also, I don't know how everybody else feels about this, but me personally, man, like if there's anything that we can do to like try to help, if you have any ideas or anything like that, because at the end of the day, we're all lions before Main City. So we're the group and they're the game that's come to us, So, I mean, if you have any ideas or anything that, maybe we can do from our end, man, I'm down.
I mean, I'm definitely going to be doing a lot of stuff depending on what they do with this update. If they do put into consideration some of the things I said, I just feel like they're going to kill the marketplace. So a few things are going to happen. They're going to either the new update is going to come out, marketplace is going to die, and they're going to be like, "Oh shit, we fucked up. Let's change something around." And then hopefully they change it around quick enough before they lose more players. Because I know a lot of people love the marketplace aspect, and if it's gone, I don't think too many people will be happy about that. Or maybe they put in, kind of like what I recommended, some type of level requirement where it's you get a certain amount of levels that you can buy ahead of yourself. So I feel like if they do that type of stuff, I think that's going to help the game in general. First of all, I'll be very happy, so I'll be promoting it a lot more. So that's a plus. I'm sure a lot of other, the bigger accounts that have already quit, because there's a lot of top players have already quit the game. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but pretty much anybody who like fought like trying to get to first place with me, they all quit. And they're quitting when they found out about the update, and cashed out. They just like, fuck this. If I'm not going to be able to sell anything once I get to first place, what's the point? So they lost already some players that were contributing a lot of good money to the game. And when comp mode comes out, if all these players aren't here, the prize pool is not going to increase that much. And 100K is nothing. Even if it doubles to 200K, that is not a big prize pool, guys, for 1,000 people. Like, that's nothing. Even if they spread it out equally, everyone's going to make what, $200? That's not really that much for how much you'd have to spend to get up there. And they're probably going to weight it. So I'm sure first place is probably going to get a good chunk, maybe 10-20%. Second place, a little bit less. Third place, a little less, and we'll go down from there. So I'd assume the bottom 500 people are probably only going to make 20 to $50, and that's not much. If they do a comp mode maybe every week or something, if they do a bunch of like little tiny comp modes every week and the prize pool is always 100K, okay, maybe that's okay. But I don't see the prize pool increasing that much from diamonds. People have spent a lot of money on diamonds in normal mode because it's a new game. We don't really know what the fuck's going on. I think in comp mode it's going to be a lot different. There's going to be a lot of people playing for free. Not many people are going to care about boosting as much, and now that we understand how the game works, it's definitely not going to be as much spending. So it's going to be interesting to see what they end up doing.
Yeah, I think the level requirements is the answer, man. Oh, there was something else that they said in the AMA that kind of worried me. It was, they said that in the future our NFTs will be able to be used in different games. They said, this is just the beginning. And to me, when they said that, all I heard was, when people stop playing this game, we're going to make another game. And I'd like to get y'all's thoughts.
Well, I mean, you have to understand that they're a company. You know, they're not CDC. You know, this is their company. It's a company, so that, you know, I would assume I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't come out with other games, and maybe even some other games that have nothing to do with Loaded Lines. You know, it'd be kind of like if you know, Action Vision or Blizzard or something, you know, whatever, made a video game for a company. You know, nobody's going to expect them to only focus on that one game for that one company. No, they're going to be doing other stuff. So I don't think that's probably not that bad of a thing for. Maybe it'd be bad for Main City if they have another game come out, but it's not going to be that bad for Loaded Lines as long as they allow it to keep integrating into it. So I just hope that before they start focusing on another game, they finish with this one first. And I really wish they didn't have money involved in what they keep saying. Because, like, you know, anytime I complain about anything, they're like, oh, it's alpha. This is an alpha game. You know, like, we're going to work on things. It's going to get better. It's like, well, if it's alpha, then we shouldn't be spending money. And then, you know, people are like, well, it's, you know, you be responsible, don't spend your money if you know, whatever. It's like, well, if you give people the opportunity to spend money to get into first place, they're gonna do it. You can't stop that, you know. So I feel like they're just taking it a little the wrong way and should do better.
Have they created a game before Loaded Lines? Because I feel like there's not a lot of information about the devs. Or am I wrong? Am I just not?
I have no clue. I keep meaning to like
I feel like
dive into that and find out more information about who the fuck these guys are.
well,
Because I always thought that this game I thought it was CDC at first, and then when I
yeah.
found out it wasn't, I was like, oh shit, I need to, you know, stop spending so much money.
Yeah, cool. Because that's the thing. I mean, I feel like that's something that's been overlooked so much, but it's something I've mentioned a few times. I'm like, well, you know, I mean, they must be of some importance if they've selected these particular, you know, devs to create the game. But I just feel as though, like, where's the resume? I think us as people
I will
investing
find out.
should see it.
I'm gonna find out, and the next space I do, I will
Yeah,
have a nice little report card of what
yeah, that
these
would be
guys
good.
are and what they're about.
Yeah.
So that'll be the title of the next one, Main City
Who the fuck are you? Like,
revealed or something. Or that, yeah. Who the fuck are you?
like for real, like
Answer
who?
revealed.
It's been long enough. Like, yeah.
What's up? I forgot how to say your name, but Kizi or Kizi, Neezy. What's up? How do you say your name?
Yeah, no, it's just on Twitter, but my name is Kate. But I am right now on the 43rd position on the
Kate.
leaderboard.
No, it says Keizee. That doesn't spell Kate. What is that
Crazy,
word?
just like crazy, just crazy.
Oh, Kizi. Okay.
And yeah, okay. On leaderboard, I'm on the 43rd position. My nickname is different there. Like my name is different by 1 byte 8-bit. This is my position. So what I wanted to say that referring to what Satoshiaoki was saying before, if somebody who has less income comes to the game, will get discouraged very quickly, because you can see that we are now investing, and really it's not like buy to earn, supposed to be buy to earn, but still, where is the earn? So I was thinking there should be some kind of or lottery or like chances drawing. Like I don't know if any one of you knows the Monopoly board game. There is the chance that you can draw. That's like a chance, kind of like a lottery, that you can win something without paying for it. So I think it should be something like that. So somebody could win, I don't know, either diamonds or maybe win. There would be an instruction: do something, so you will win. I don't know, diamonds, or maybe you will get an FT for free or land. There should be something like that to give a chance to those who have no money, but maybe they are good strategists and they would like to get involved.
The only
Just
problem with that is it would end up being considered gambling, and then that would be a whole nother issue. Even with how this prize pool is set up, I'm not sure how they're getting around that part. I guess with video gaming you can do prize pools, but anything that's going to be left to like a chance to where you can win money, it would be gambling. And for I guess how CDC is spread
So
around the world, I don't think that that would happen, unfortunately. But I would love that. I love when games have lottery built into them, or even like an in-game casino or something like that. Would be awesome. But unfortunately, I highly doubt that would ever come to Main City.
yeah, but maybe win something, maybe not money, but something that leads to give you the chance to actually get in a higher position, or get more something. I don't know. There should be some kind of. Surely there are many solutions for every idea. So
The
I
obvious,
hope the
yeah.
game.
I was
Yeah,
just going to say the
Yeah,
obvious
just give the.
solution is a rental system. It's a no-brainer, in my opinion.
renting
I don't
also
know.
could be issues too. There's a lot of renting that goes on with NFTs in general already, and the problem you have with them is the volatility of the price. So like, what if you rent something and then you don't want to rent it anymore, you
No, no,
want to
no.
sell it?
You don't
What
give.
happens
No, no, no. You don't
to
give
the
up
person
You
renting
don't
it?
give up ownership. You don't give up ownership. You always own the NFT. You're not giving
I
away
know,
the
but
ownership.
if someone's renting it and then you sell it, what happens to the person who was renting it that was expecting to have it already?
No, no, no. So, well, I don't know how it would work, but you wouldn't be able to sell it if someone's renting it. It's you've put it up for rent. You can't sell it. If you wanna sell it, you need to stop renting it first and then sell it.
I know, but so then the person who rented it, like you have to do a contract for a week, for a month. And that adds. I just think it adds a little bit too much
I mean, you'd be surprised. Like, I know
to
that's the thing why I mentioned before about spider tanks. It works. Like, that they do it and it works. I've personally experienced it. I don't play it a lot now, but in this case, it would be
But they're
for
renting in that game. They're renting things that like to go fight with, pretty much, right?
correct.
Yeah, not just like a piece of land that just sits there. Maybe
Yeah,
businesses you could, maybe that would be something they could change up for the marketplace. Instead of selling a business, maybe you could rent a business to someone for a certain amount of time, and then they could get the income, and then maybe they have a cap. You can only rent out a business for once a month or something like that, or once a week, and then that would be a different approach to the marketplace, where you could rent
yeah,
out your in-game businesses as
yeah.
opposed to lands that
I suppose,
can be
yeah.
moved pretty easily.
If it's more simple to do it, but I think something, whether it's like a legendary business or something, or yeah, whether it's a land, maybe it's easier if it's not an NFT. I don't know, but yeah,
Yeah, I think that would be cool. That would be a cool aspect, because that's kind of how real world, real estate works. Sometimes you have a land, per someone who owns it, and then someone who rents it. So that would
I,
be pretty cool to add in in that aspect, in my opinion.
yeah. Anyway, I'll give it back to Kate, but I just wanted to chime in because I just think it's really important for new client onboarding and retention. Personally, yeah,
Yeah, she's right about that. There's when new players come in, there's not too much of them to be like, wow, let me stick around. They're probably more like, wow, I have to spend money
exactly,
to like do anything.
exactly.
Yeah.
Adding to this renting thing, like in real life, when you rent an apartment and the owners want to sell the apartment, they sell with the person in. I mean, the person who is renting, it stays. So buy and sell is like separate thing. There is then another owner, and the person who was renting is still renting. So it could be this mechanism as well, like in real life. So one doesn't exclude the other.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That would be maybe we should write that to them if they ever decide to listen to any of our ideas.
Yeah, I reckon that's a sick idea, Kate. I like that idea personally. I'm sure, like if they're good enough, they can. I personally feel like if they want to make that work, then they can, and I think they should.
And maybe the referral links. I mean, somebody who doesn't really have income but came into the game, and maybe there should be something like better earning thanks to the referral links. When you bring more people, then you can actually maybe get NFT or something, to give them the chance to get better business or get better NFT for your effort that you brought more people. Are you here?
I just muted you for a second since you weren't talking. You had a lot of background noise there, Kate. So just make sure you unmute yourself again if you want to say something. So does anyone else?
Nothing here.
Oh, go ahead.
It wasn't my noise. There is nothing happening.
Oh, I think she
Maybe.
said a whole. I think she was waiting for you to reply, Pharaoh. She said like a whole passage.
Oh, really? I didn't hear a question.
Maybe you should repeat it.
My bad. Yeah, could you repeat the question? I'm sorry, Kate. I didn't hear a question at all.
No, it was just regarding those who enter the game and they don't have much money to invest. I was thinking maybe the referral links would be the solution, that if they bring, let's say, a certain number of people in the game, then they can earn this way NFT or land or something.
Yeah, no, I agree that the referral system that they have right now is crap, and they should do something else because like they're really only saying like, hey, refer someone, and if they spend money in the game, then you'll get something. So like that, I don't think that really is enticing anybody to refer anyone to come to the game. I could be like, hey man, put in my code in the game. Oh, what do we get? Oh, you get a piece of land that you can just buy. And then if you spend money in the game, then I finally get something. Like no one's really, I think, pushing the referral thing too hard. So they definitely should have changed it a little better. And then even in that, if someone keeps spending money, you only they have a cap of 100 million diamonds. So if they have a cap, they should have just given you a percentage of what they make in the game. And then they could have lowered the cap, and then that way people would actually want to refer people. Like if they told me if I refer somebody and whatever income they get, like I'll get a percentage of it, I would refer people for sure. Now I'm sure part of that problem would be, okay, people are just going to make new accounts and refer just to get more diamond income. But you're always going to have problems with people doing stuff like that and trying to take advantage. And hopefully just the threat of, hey, we're going to delete your main account if you do that will be enough. Because I can tell you right now, I'm not going to do anything to get my account deleted. I've honestly been my brother sometimes played at my house. I'm not even letting him log into his account at my house anymore. My girlfriend, her account, I make her play on a different computer. On a different, I'm gonna do a different network too, Wi-Fi network when she gets home. So it's a different everything completely. Because I'm not taking any risks of having my shit get deleted after all the time and money I've spent. And if they do, I don't know, I'll fucking try and sue them, I guess, or something. That'll probably be the only thing I have to do. But my account better not get deleted ever because I'm not doing anything to exploit, and I don't plan on it. What's up, Turtle?
Well, either way, when it comes to the referrals, I feel like you know, even if I make something out of it or not, it just gives another person the opportunity to, check out the game and, see if they like it or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And maybe hopefully be able to get the chance to be able to sell stuff on the market if they get to that certain level that you have to be, which is what, level 25, from what I heard.
Yeah, it's level
Um,
25.
yeah, so even that, I feel they should up it a little bit more, But I'm in level 60 myself, but when it comes to the referrals, it's like I know I have to create a whole new wallet for my daughter because I will come from work and I'll be like, what happened to my diamonds? And come find out my daughter's like, oh, I helped you out. I'm like, what you mean you helped me out? Like, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I have to create her own little account with the referrals. Like, hey, this is yours. Don't touch mine. You could do whatever you want there.
But she has your password?
Well, she has her. I put her own DeFi on her own phone.
No, but I'm saying for when
So
she was using your account, like she had her own password.
No, I have my shit just running, on my laptop.
Okay. Okay. Just yeah. I leave mine running too a lot because I'm not sure about my backpack income. So yeah, a lot of times I'll leave my computer. I'm surprised it like hasn't broken yet. But since this game has come out, my computer's probably been on like 95% of the time because I don't know
My thing's just
what my
live on.
income backpack ratio is.
I got a few backpacks, but I guess those earn you when you're offline, when you're basically logged off. But
Correct.
my shit just stays on. Like I just leave it on so when I come back, I could just level up and try to prestige a building if I can.
All right, I just muted everyone real quick for 1 second. I think you didn't have anything else to say, Turtle. So hopefully you didn't, and I didn't just cut you off. But if you did, I'm sorry. But I would like to post something on sale in the marketplace, and I figured you guys should get ready for it. If anybody is here for that, I know you guys know usually. Well, if you don't know, I'll tell you right now. On my streams, I usually, or this isn't a stream, this is a space. But I like to give away, not really give away, but sell businesses for cheap. So in my opinion, it's pretty much giving it away because you could just like turn around and resell it, make some extra money if you want. So right now I'm about to post a level 8 Apex Tower. So that's a legendary. We're going to post it for 69 Crow. And if any of you guys know, legendary Apex Tower probably at a minimum is worth like 2 or 3,000 Crow at level 0. So level 8 one for 69
We'll
Crow.
jump
I'm
in and
pretty
try and
sure
get it,
somebody's
guys.
going to buy it in about 2 seconds. Don't worry, I haven't posted it yet, so you don't need to be refreshing your screens. I will let you guys know once I'm about to push confirm, and then when I push confirm, so that you guys hopefully on the stream will have the best chance of getting it. So far, we've had really good luck, and someone on stream has always got it, and hasn't been bots. So hopefully that is the case today. So moment of silence. Let me get this all set up. It's definitely going to be the cheapest Apex Tower on the market. Level 69. 69 Crow. Prestige 8. Level 340. It's only producing 1.77 capital T, so I assume that was trillion. I kind of forget now since the letters are kind of all over the place. So I'm going to give you guys another like 20 or 30 seconds or so to get your marketplace open. Set your business thing to legendary. Set the prestige level to level 8 or level 7 to 9 so that you can make sure you're selecting the right thing. I have now pushed the first confirm. I'm about to push the second confirm. I have now pushed the second confirm. It is listed. Go, 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 go. Someone go get that shit.
I'm gonna miss it.
Nice big Apex for the Loaded Line family. Let's see, did it sell yet? Probably. Let's see. It's sold. All right. As always, whoever bought it, you have to come up to the stage and say thank you, or you don't have to say thank you. You could say, thank you, loser. I hate you. Whatever. I don't care what you say, but come up to the stage, say something, let us know that you got it. Remember, if you guys don't do this, I will stop giving them out. So at least send me a message. Let me know that you got it. I would prefer you to come up on stage because if people don't do that, then I will eventually also stop. But for today, at least send me a message and I'll do a couple more. So someone raised their hand, request to be up. Give me a little sign. Anyone? Damn. No one's coming up. You're gonna ruin it for everybody, whoever this is. Oh, someone wrote to me. Rad Bull. He got it the last time, I think. Too. Yo, Rad Bull, come up on the stage, dude. You can do it. Come say hi. You've won it twice. You've won twice now. So you have to come up and say something. If you don't, everyone's gonna hate on you. I'm going to tell everyone your Discord name. So come on. Request to come up. I know you don't like to talk, but I'm having the conversation with you guys with him, just so you know. Hero got the Apex thanks. He's always listening to the spaces, but he doesn't like to talk there. Well, dude, if you don't talk right now, I'm not going to ever post another cheap business on the marketplace. So you've won twice now, so you have a pretty good shot at winning again. So really, by you not talking, you're not only hurting other people's chances, you're hurting your own. All you have to do is say one word. You can say loaded line and then leave this page if you want. But you got to say something, man. Let's see what he says, guys. Here, I'll unmute everyone so anyone else who's already up here wants to talk can maybe try and entice him to come up here.
I just gotta
I'm sure
say,
who his name is on
whoever
Twitter, but on Discord, his name is Radbull. I guess like Red Bull, but spelt weird. Radubbil. Radbull. I don't know how to pronounce that, but it kind of reminds me of Red Bull. Fucking spelt weird.
I gotta say he was quick with that because I clicked on that stuff and I tried to get it, and next thing you know is I get that error button. I was like, "What the hell?" So I
That's
had
his
to
second
refresh and it was
time.
gone.
His second time winning. He won on September 6th. He won, and he's like, I just don't like talking, but have a good day. But I bought it, so he appreciates what I'm doing. Blah blah blah. But yeah, if he doesn't come up here, I'm sorry guys, but that will have been the last business I sell for the low. And I'll still do other giveaways. Don't worry. Just won't sell the businesses for cheap. Let's see if he relists it. That'd be funny if he already relisted it. Let's do some investigating. Let's see businesses. Go to level 8. No, doesn't look like it. Not
Hey,
yet.
man, I got to go, dude. I just wanted to say I appreciate what you do, man, in these spaces. Even if the guys won't come up and talk, I appreciate you doing these. And I also appreciate Satoshi. You guys like, retweet this space, and go check Satoshi out on YouTube.
Hey,
He's
man, I
the
appreciate it.
only person streaming it.
Yeah, he really is, and I subbed to his YouTube page. Me and him still. I think he owes me like a half an hour conversation or something. I forget exactly what I got by signing up, but
Yeah, man. half an hour D&M, mate. But I think
yeah,
I'll probably get more value than you at this
hey,
stage.
you know, I always, if I pay for something, I gotta take it. You know, so
No expiry date on it. No expiry on it.
All right, cool. All right, well maybe
And
I'll
they
leave it
stack.
5 years from now. Oh, they stack. Okay, so if I do multiple months, I have multiple conversations.
Absolutely.
All right. Okay. Things could get interesting. I might have to lock you out for a whole day, but all right, the next 24 hours you have to talk to me.
100%.
I'm sad today. All right, let's see. Cammy wants to come up and talk. Maybe he's behind the Radable person. Let's see. What's up, Cammy? Are you Radable, or are you just coming up to say hi and what's up?
What's up, Pharaoh? Nice to be here in your space again. And I just wanted to tell you that he won't list the business for 3 days because it's locked. He
Oh
just bought
yeah,
it.
that's a good point. I didn't even think about that. So we'll check in 3 days if he lists it for sale. Then we'll see what happens there. What's up, Matt? Mazteca Films, NFT guy 420. Are you behind the Rad Bull guy, or you just have something cool to say?
What up?
What's up?
Shit, man. First time in the space. I just had a question, man.
What's going on?
How often do you guys do this with the space? Like hosting them every week, once a month?
I think I've been doing it every other Sunday. I haven't really done that on purpose. It seems to have happened that way the last I guess month now. I think every other Sunday I've tried to do one. I just don't always have the time to like commit to like, all right, every Sunday we can do this. I travel a lot. Um, so I try to do it whenever I can. I'll try to do them more often, and if people keep joining, I'll keep doing it. We got like 40 people here. I think we had like maybe 60ish at one point. So yeah, if people keep joining them all, and people want to keep talking, I'll keep doing them. I just sometimes it gets to a point where I feel like I'm the only one talking, and
Yeah.
I don't really like talking to myself. Yeah, I'm not a crazy person, or not too crazy at least. So yeah, if you guys keep coming up and keep talking and having fun, then I'll definitely keep it going. Obviously, the Rad Bull guy, he said, let's see, he just wrote back to me. That's what he said. He's like, nope, got the Apex. I'll join next time, but not today. Have a great time. Well, see, joining next time doesn't mean you're going to talk next time, Radable, if you're still here. But just letting you know, everyone's going to bother you on Discord. I'm going to post a screenshot of your Discord name, and everyone's going to blow you up and say, we don't like you because you fucked up the Pharaoh's giveaways. And then maybe if we can get him on a space and he can apologize to the community, then maybe I'll start him up again. So we'll still give him a chance to make it right on this next space that he said he's going to join.
I just want to say, man, that's cool that you take time out of your day to, do this. That's cool, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem, man. Sunday I got football on in the background. Sundays are usually a poker day for me. I play a lot of poker on online, but they didn't really have any good tournaments today, so I didn't even get to play any poker today. And honestly, the last few spaces, I kind of just got knocked out right away. So maybe playing poker and doing a space at the same time probably isn't the best idea for focusing. But yeah, man, I love interacting with people and talking and getting people's ideas on the game, and knowing that I'm not the only person who has problems with it, or thinks certain things are good and fun.
And
Yeah.
right, and that was actually kind of my
Kev had his
question
hand up.
too. If I can, I didn't mean to interrupt there, but that was actually kind of my question and touches on my point. And I don't know if it's true or speculation, hearsay, or what, but I'm hearing a lot of people say Michelle Obama's got a big old black cock.
Oh my god. So get rid of that guy, guys. That was fun.
What the hell?
Okay. Don't really know what to say about that, but yeah. Anyone else got something else to say related to Main City?
Yeah, Pharaoh. I was wondering what's your opinion on these boxes that they are releasing, and what do you think it will happen to the ones that don't sell out?
Honestly, I'm pretty pissed off about how they did these boxes. I didn't really say anything about it before, but I might as well say it now. So my first issue is the first thing they did is they airdropped everyone these basic um, ones, these basic tools. So and they're like, oh, these tools are coming. Airdrop, go get your backpack so that you get these extra airdrops. So of course, what do? I go buying more fucking backpacks because yeah, I want more in-game items that help me stay at number one. Like, why? Who wouldn't want that? And then what do? Oh, now we're doing a sale for elite tools that are better than the tools that we just gave you for free. and on top of that, you only can have 40 at a time. So what, like, who's gonna use the basic tools? Like, everyone's just gonna have 40 elite tools, right? Unless, I guess, there's a cap of how many basic tools you can use and how many elite tools you can use. Hopefully they do that, because it's literally gonna make all the basic tools completely useless, and probably everyone's gonna sell them for $1 if they can. Because again, why? I don't know. I don't understand that part. Hopefully they have a separate um they better at least have a separate limit. You can have this many basic tools equipped. You can have this many elite tools equipped. Otherwise, nobody's gonna give a fuck about the basic tools. Excuse my French, and everyone's only gonna want the elite tools, which I guess is good for the elite tools because everyone who spent money on them, hopefully that price will go up, in floor price. But then your backpacks and your basic tools are going to be worthless. So I guess it's kind of a wait and see what exactly is going to happen with the tools. Um, I'm not too happy about the whole basic and elite part and how they were distributed, but it could be still be good. I thought at first it was going to be like consumables. I was kind of hoping they were going to be like the diamond boosts that you get in game. I thought they were going to be just different boosts, and that's kind of why I went crazy buying so many, because I'm like, oh, I'm just going to be able to keep boosting my shit for less than what it costs. But that didn't end up being the case. We got these tools instead, so we'll see how they play out. Unfortunately, yeah, I don't know exactly how they're going to work out and what's going to happen, but yeah, hopefully that answers your question, my rambling.
They probably should have just done them based on backpack rarity, or at least a portion of them, and then just left like a small amount of elites, but like so they would actually definitely sell out and people would miss out. So if you got like the best backpack, you're getting, you know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah, I agree too. It literally made all the backpacks less worthless. I mean,
Yeah.
not because they already don't really provide that much. Like providing on offline income really isn't that, like, you can just get around that by leaving your computer on, and then you don't
Exactly.
even need a backpack if you just leave your computer on. So
Exactly.
they're really kind of just making the backpacks worth even less. So I hope they do add a little bit more to them. Even the capacity part of it, that doesn't really matter, because I guess you could just have multiple backpacks and then have your capacity be the highest anyways, right?
Exactly. I
Or
agree.
you're only allowed to have maybe one backpack for your gears, something like that. I don't know. They need to do something to make it make sense. And again, they keep saying it's alpha, so that's understandable. They're going to keep using us to test the game out and add more to it. But if we're testing the game for them and making the game better for them, we need to be rewarded as well, not just making us pay and put more money into the game. Like, for example, if this is alpha, if this is really alpha, companies don't make money off alpha. Like, I don't know. I don't know. At least I've alpha tested and beta tested for a lot of games, and most of them don't make any money. And even the money that you do spend in the game, most of the time they refund it back to you, or they give it back to you for when the game actually does come out. So I don't really understand, like, how they keep saying, oh, it's alpha, it's alpha. Okay, well, if it's alpha, don't have the game spending mechanic involved. We're spending all this money and we're not getting out of anything out of it, but they are. They should have, all the money that we've spent so far should have gone into the first prize pool. Could you guys have imagined that? Like, if the first competitive season was 500,000 or $1 million in the prize pool to begin with, that wouldn't only be exciting for us, but that would be exciting for every single person who's in gaming, probably not even just the NFT space. I'm sure every single NFT would look at Loaded Lions if there was a big prize pool, not $100,000, which is nothing. I've put in almost 30,000 into the game myself. So, like, I've supported a third of the prize pool that they're putting into competitive. That's pathetic, So
I have a question actually just related to what you just said. So I guess, I mean, maybe a
what's
bit of
up?
a silly question, but I mean, obviously, yeah, you are putting a lot of time into this. Like me, I'm putting a lot of my time into this. Probably not as much money as you, but still some.
Yeah, but you're putting, don't don't just always think about the money side of it.
Yeah, on a
You're
time.
you're putting your time
Of
into it.
course,
Like
of
the amount
course.
of time that you put into it, like
Yeah, that's
that,
money. That's
honestly, for
money.
me, that's worth more than the money I've spent
No,
on games.
100%. No, I didn't mean that. I agree. I agree 100%. Like time is more valuable than money. That's definitely arguable. But I guess what I was trying to say is like I'm putting a lot of time, a bit of money. You're putting a bit of time, a bit more money than me. But I guess I'm curious to know. I guess what do you see as like, or have you thought about like a best case scenario for this game in say I don't know 2-3 years? Like, have you thought about that future and what it could look like?
I haven't really thought that far ahead. I'm kind of just more concerned about the short term because
Yeah.
you can't really think about too far into the future because
Yeah.
if it doesn't make it past, the first,
Of course.
year, who cares about it that far?
Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's
I
true.
think that they just need to make, they implemented the marketplace into the game. Now they're kind of like taking it out almost of the restrictions that they're talking about putting in. So I hope that if they do continue as is, I hope that if they do see that no one's using the marketplace anymore, which I think we can all tell people are not using it as much right now, anyways, that they make a change quickly, or they just hopefully make a change before it even comes out to get people more into it because right now that's the one of the biggest parts of the game that you can do. Once you level up your few buildings and don't have any more gold, what is there for you to do in the game? Not much. You can go check the marketplace, you can relist your items, you can go look for other people's stuff that maybe are selling really cheap. They already put that 3-day limit on, which I guess they're saying I think they said they were gonna lower. I don't think they said they were gonna completely remove it or even said exactly how low what they were going to lower it to, but I think they did say they were going to lower the limit from 3 days because 3 days it's pretty crazy right now. I always liked buying buildings, leveling them up, reselling them, but I guess if I can't sell higher level buildings, it won't really matter anyways.
And it's primarily for balancing reasons. Is that still their main reasoning behind the change, like to give people a quote unquote fair opportunity? Or
But it's just too big of a difference. That's
no, but
why
I'm just is that the reason though? Is that what they're saying? Like, that's still the reason, isn't it? Right.
that's still the reason.
Right.
They think it's going to make things more fair. I
That
guess
doesn't
for
make
the
any sense at
lower
all.
end players, but they're really just taking a feature out of
No,
a
100%.
big feature of what they spent their time and money into, and they've made a ton of money on the marketplace. Like I said before,
Yeah.
they make more money off any building than I do. I hope if they do make this sale, they at least they also lower the how much the marketplace fee that they take. Maybe if they do this change and they lower it to 5% or something like that, or 1%, something to where if you sell something that's like, for example, maybe like for me being number one, okay, if someone like me being so high level, no one's going to be able to buy my buildings. No one's going to be my same level. So I literally can't sell any building unless I just go and level up a new one from scratch and try to sell it at some low level. That would be the only way I can sell it. I'll never be able to sell any of my high level buildings to anyone if no one can use one that's higher. And to catch up to that, it's pretty high. I'm over a whole letter higher than the person next to me. So like, we're talking like 2 or 3 prestige levels, and to get to that, we're talking almost a week of leveling to get to that. So um, they definitely need to work the change. I feel like maybe I've just been the most vocal about it, so they're probably like, oh, we don't want to just make this change because the top player is crying about it. But I'm crying about it because I think it's gonna be bad for the game. Like, I've already spent this much money on the game. Like, I'm not out here like thinking I'm gonna make $1 million off of this. Like, I'm mainly just trying to offset my costs on like, me leveling and trying to get to the next prestige level. The legendary buildings like are fucking way overpriced, so they need to, I think, lower the diamond cost on them. Even though I'd probably also not be too happy about that either, because then other people will get to where I'm at for less than what I did. But it would still help the game. So overall, I'd still be happier with that. But yeah, like, people hear like, oh, don't worry about this, or if your pocket's this, it's like, I'm not doing this to make money, guys. Like, I have real businesses. I have real job. Like I have, this isn't any just, and that's why I don't even care about the competition mode, because the prize pool isn't going to be worth my time to play it. Like it's, $100,000 for maybe what, two, I don't know how long they're going to do the season for, but I assume the first competition mode will be at least a month long, if not longer. And then so I have to spend a month to first place, maybe make $10,000 or whatever they end up paying them out. That's not worth my time. And so I don't care about competition mode. I like normal mode. I like that my mansion, I can level it up to the highest. I can keep building stuff. I'm not saying I'm never gonna play comp mode, but if I do play comp mode, I'm not spending money on it, because the money that you spend on it, there's no return. And then especially if they mess up the marketplace, then you really have even more of no incentive to do it. Because if you're spending money on competition mode and you don't make your prize money back, okay, that might not be that bad. But if you had made money along the whole way there, that makes it nice, and that makes the game more interesting. So hopefully they do some reflecting and don't just take my angry outbursts as hate, but as constructive criticism.
Yeah, but I think that that's what you invested. It's not wasted, because you can always, in the future, it's like real estate and businesses. You can always sell it, and surely the value, like after 2 or 3 years, will be much higher. So you will actually earn, you will gain. Just it's long term, I think. This is what I think.
Oh no, I agree. I would love to make. I hope it does go up in value. And again, if like blockchain lands, for example, I bought one, I think, for like 3,000, and then the price went up to 4,000 something, and I sold one. So I'm definitely out there looking to make profit if possible. But my point was more of like, when it comes to video games, though, like there's a lot of these type of games that are on Android and Marketplace already, like Clash of Clans, for example. There's like a Lord of the Rings one. There's an Age of Empires one. That are pretty much similar to this. You build up a base. And you can spend money in the game to get that base leveled up faster, so you don't have to wait as much time for your income to come, or for some buildings, like in other games, like get built in 24 hours, and you can speed them up to get built faster, which pretty much is what this game is. A lot of those games have people spend even hundreds of thousands of dollars. I mean, crazy amounts of money. And there's no prize. There's zero prize. I think Clash of Clans, they have like esport tournaments and stuff like that you can win prizes from. But like just playing the normal game, there is no prize. So that, like, this game is kind of cool because it does have that aspect to it. But they have to, that's the part of this game that's interesting, is that you can make money on it, and that's what's drawing people to it. Because other than that, there isn't much to it. Clash of Clans, you can battle other people, you can fight other people, you can do this, you can do that. Some other games, you can steal items from other people. You can steal their units, or kill their units, or whatever, and so it hurts them. So like the other games that people are spending money, they have other things to get them to stay. Right now, the only thing this game has, in my opinion, is the fact that you can make money off of it. And they need to do a better job at that, because I don't think many people are making much money now. I think in the beginning, there was a lot of people who made a good amount of money, kind of luckily. The reason I say that is just because nobody knew what legendaries were going to be worth. Nobody knew anything, really. Everyone was just new and guessing, because no one had seen anything. Like, we haven't even seen gameplay footage, really, of the game before we started putting money into it, before they allowed us to start putting money into it. It's too bad they didn't have a free, even like a 1 week, 2 week trial, to where people could see the game completely, not spend any money on it. Because when you introduce spending, somebody's going to spend money. No, you can't just sit there and be, oh, it's alpha, you have to be responsible. Like, you can say that, but it's easier said than done. We're humans. We like to gamble. We like to do drugs. We're we're not the greatest choice of characters sometimes. Let's see. Damn, it's almost been 2 hours, guys. So I'm gonna be doing a giveaway here shortly. So if anybody has a question that they've been kind of waiting to ask or something they wanted to say, come up and do it quick. I'm not doing any more business sales. I did have a really nice one. I won't even tease you guys with what it was, but it was a good one. But the Rad Bull guy messed it up for you guys. I will make a post on Twitter soon in the next hour or so after the space is over with his name so that you guys can call him out in Discord as well. And maybe try to find out what his Twitter was. I couldn't find out what his profile doesn't have it connected. And then after that, we will switch over to, after I do the giveaway and nobody has any more questions, we'll switch over to Friend Tech. If any of you guys know it already and want to stick around and talk about it, or if you don't know any about it, you have some questions. I'm still pretty new to it, but I can probably help you guys out as much as I can. I've had a bunch of people asking me about it. I will say real quick, it pretty much just looks like another, Ponzi type scheme, like how all crypto is. You buy this, I buy this, and somebody will buy it for more, and then you'll make money off of them. But you never know. It could be interesting. A lot of people are into it right now, especially a lot of the influencers. So again, obviously invest at your own risk. But yeah, so let's take a few more questions. Somebody just requested to come up. Let's see who that is. I'll get my giveaway stuff ready. We're going to be giving away. What should I give away? Let's give away a backpack. Don't worry, it won't be a basic one. I'll give away a good one. I'm going to pull up my crypto.com account to see what's a good one to give away.
Shit, to the people that ain't got nothing, though, I feel like anything's better than nothing. So whether it be elite or basic, man, we appreciate it. That's how I feel.
Well, all the other times I think I gave away like a Dune land. And I think everyone at this point has like at least an Arid or Dune or stuff like that. So maybe there's some people who didn't have one of the nicer backpacks. So let's, Jesus, these fucking tools take up so much room. I'm so happy they have filters now. You guys don't know how good you have it now that we have filters on crypto.com, because they used to not have a filter. And if you wanted to go through your profile, you just had to scroll through. And I had 1,700 fucking things. So yeah, it would have been interesting.
Yeah, I've been messing with crypto or crypto.com NFT website for like 3 years, man. So I remember when they didn't have the filters or none of that shit. You had to scroll all the way down or something.
All right, let's see. I have an idea here. Let's I'm either gonna give away see how many people are in here before I say this. All right, so we got, give or take 37 people, give or take a few. All right. So a giveaway for an what is this backpack called? An epic backpack, the adventurer one with a capacity of 15. So I'll pick one winner for that, and then I'll pick another winner for just a regular backpack. Or I'll give out about half the room. So I'll give out 15 just normal backpacks. So if you want the 2 winner offer, let's start seeing a bunch of crying face emojis. If you want to have 15 given away, let's start seeing the heart emojis. So crying emoji for 2, or the heart emoji for 15 because you want to show love and more people are in it. So let's see. It's probably going to be the hearts one, but let's see. And remember, if you didn't retweet the room, you're not going to win. So you have a little bit of a buffer window here to do it. So that's kind of even. I think I'm seeing more hearts though. So give you guys another 10 seconds. All right, the hearts winning. You guys can stop now. All right, so I'm gonna pick 15 people randomly, and they're all gonna win backpacks. Unfortunately, you guys are gonna have to buy them for me for $1, so that it's like half free. Because what's the floor at? Before I do, I forgot to check the floor before I make people buy backpacks for $1 for me. Hopefully, the floor is higher than $1. Let's see. Yeah, okay. The floor is $7, so I think that's cool. If you guys don't want to pay the $1, that's fine. I'll have someone else pay it. All right, so let's do this random number generator. Let's have some fun. Let's see. There's 36 people here. I'm just gonna start picking some random numbers. If you already got picked for one, you don't get to win again. All right, the first person. Let's see. Is Buju.crow. Bijou.crow. I'm going to send you a message saying backpack. And then we'll figure it out later. I'll tell you which backpack to buy. That's the first one. Next person. Next person is King from Birth. Loaded Lion. You also want a backpack. Let's keep it going. Number 26. Let's see. Tonka. Mr. Tonka. Jonah. Or Jonathan Hicks. 87. I can't message you, so send me a message. You want a backpack. If you don't know what a backpack is, I'll send you a referral link first. You can sign up for that, and then I'll give you the backpack. All right, next up, Papa Bigfoot. Did you just join back in? I think you just came at the perfect timing to win. That's pretty funny. But you just won a backpack. Backpack. Sending you a message. I probably need to keep track of how many backpacks I've done so far. Is that the fourth one or the third one? Is anyone keeping track? I think it was the fourth one. This might take a bit of time. All right, next up. Christy, I can't send you a message either, but you have won a backpack for the Loaded Line game. If you don't know what that is, then I don't know. Send me a message. I'll send you a link. You can sign up for the game, but you want a free backpack. But you technically have to have a crypto.com account to get it. Or I'll tell you what, if somebody has the DeFi wallet, I'll go ahead and just send it to you that way as well. It's just going to take me more time. So I would just appreciate if you guys do have a crypto.com account and you want to make it easy on me, throw me the $1. Think of it more as a donation towards the next giveaway, considering you're getting something worth more than that. But if that is too much of a hassle for you, or you are only using the DeFi wallet, just let me know and I will go ahead and take my time to get it to you. Just it might take like a few days or a week because I am lazy and forgetful. So you might have to remind me a few times, but I will get it to you eventually. So yeah. So next person, Kazee or Kate, I believe. You want a backpack as well. So I'll send you a message. We'll figure it out later, but congratulations. Some more people want to come up here and talk. Follow you guys up here. Congrats, Papa. It's funny because if you were a speaker, you wouldn't have won. But because you weren't a speaker,
Yeah, I knew that ahead
your
of time,
number
man.
your number
That's
hit.
that. I could tell the future. Nah, I had to go get some food for my wife. But I was gonna say, if there's anybody in here that actually needs the backpack, you can give mine to them. If there's somebody that's new to the game or whatever, because man, I got days upon days
Well,
upon days of offline
no,
income.
just I sent you a message saying the word backpack. If you find someone that you want to give it out to,
Okay.
just get me in touch with them that way. Like, hey, this person is gonna buy it from your account, or if they want me to take extra time to do the DeFi wallet thing, I can do that as well.
Hey, I tell you what,
Just send
give
it
it
to
to
me.
Satoshi. If the speakers can't get it, give it to
No,
Satoshi.
the speakers can get it.
Oh, okay.
Kate just won one, but if I'll tell you what, if he doesn't win one, then I'll give it to him, and then
All
if
right,
he
cool.
does, you and me will come up and figure out something else in the future.
All right, cool, man. I
Yeah,
appreciate it.
no
Thanks.
problem. But yeah, the speakers can definitely still win, so don't feel like you need to drop down and to not win. I'm doing like a random number generator thing, and I'm just like counting on my phone like what number it is, so it kind of keeps changing like depending on when people join and rejoin, but it's still random, so I'm not like sitting here picking people in case anybody's worried about that. But I don't think anybody is worried about me picking people unfairly, and if you are, sucks to be you because yeah, you have a shitty life. Anyways, let's keep going. Tomb or Tom, the little skulls, TOOM_Inc. You have also won a backpack. I'll send you a message. We'll figure it out. Next up, yo, Sion, you got something to say? You're on. You're not on mute. What's up, bro? Tut.
Yo, what's up, brother?
Mr. Chef.
How you been, man?
Doing good, man. You taking a smoke?
Yeah, brother. Just doing a dab,
Nice.
Just trying to, show my flowers to you.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Have you checked out Main City yet?
I haven't. It's new to me.
You got to, man. I'll touch up with you a little bit more about it, and I'll send you a little referral link. But it's an NFT game from Loaded Lions. You can earn some money. Right now, I'm doing a little giveaway. So,
perfect.
Thanks for coming and showing the support.
No doubt, man. I love it. Loaded Lions. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Well, let's get Kate back up here. Hey, Kate, you won. Oh, I think she's gone again. Oh well. All right, next person. Damn. That's okay. So my friend MCA Chef who just spoke, he won the next one randomly, but since he's not on the game, I'm gonna pick someone else. Sorry, bro. So the next person is Psyduck. You have won a backpack. I'll send you a little message. And then next is Quantum JL. Got a little bird on your picture. You have won also a backpack. Hold on, let me let me check my DMs real quick, guys. I'm not sure how many backpacks I've given out. I'm just like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 2 people haven't responded yet, so 9. All right. Oh shit, guys! I won a backpack. Number 1. Hell yeah. Give it to myself. I'm going to give myself a blockchain land. Yep, guys, I just won a blockchain land. Yes. All right.
Pharaoh, you deserve it.
Thanks. Okay. Kate won again, but I did say that if you win one, you're not going to win again. So I'm going to pick someone else. Probably going to start having a lot of repeat winners here soon. So I might just pick the last few people randomly myself because I just got picked again to win. Oh shit, guys, that's 2. That's 2 now. I should go play the lottery. Out of 38 people, I'm a winner. All right, next up, Orlando Johnson. You also won a backpack. And who else? This is going to be a lot of work, Kenny, giving you guys these backpacks out. Hope you guys appreciate it. Next up, Blaze. You won a backpack. I'm also following you back because I see you're a loaded lion. And you have your loaded lion as your profile picture, so I will follow you back as well. And let's see. Damn. Yo, Kate. You keep winning too. This is the 3rd time you would have won. I'll tell you what, guys. If Kate wins again, I'm going to let her win a second one. I know I said I wasn't going to do that, but if she wins for a 4th time, like, it's just meant to be. So, tough luck. All right. Car Exedy 91. Karxedy. I'm terrible at pronouncing, guys. I guess I'm a terrible reader, so ignore that. But you also want a backpack. I think that's about 15 now. Let's see. Let's count. Let's see. All right. I think that's only 12. A couple more people. Let's see. Number 22. That's been a popular number. Let's see if it's the same person. Tomb, another winner. So, skip. Next. Schiller, you also won. So, one more backpack, guys. I'm actually going to go ahead and do the next backpack is going to be the little Cyber Cub one, the one with the Cyber Cub on it. So, that one's worth a little bit more money. I think that one's like 15 to 20 bucks. So, let's see who wins. Den, I don't know, the Viking. The one with Ragnar in his profile picture. If you guys haven't seen that show, The Vikings, it's pretty fucking entertaining. But I can't send you a message. But shoot me a message, and if you're part of Main City and stuff, or want to get part of it, you won the better backpack. So you won something a little bit nicer. And Satoshi, since I think it was Papa didn't want his backpack. You didn't win any, so if you want it, you also want a backpack. So, all right, guys, I sent everyone a message that I could, writing the word backpack. Again, today is Sunday. This is my football and spaces day, so I will most likely not get to everyone's giveaways today. It'll probably be in the next couple days. But as of all my other winners that I have won any of my giveaways, everyone has always received them. You can go back and check if you don't believe me. But I'm a man of my word. So you will get them. And if you want me, I would prefer you, if you could, I would appreciate it if you have a CDC account to do the dollar for me. I know that's technically not free. You have to pay $1, but it's just so much easier for me to do the transfer. But if you don't, I will go ahead and take my time to get it to you to where it is free, and I'll withdraw it from my DeFi wallet and then send it to your DeFi wallet. But I'll be doing it from a different account just because I am kind of worried about the whole like account like helping thing. I don't want anybody's account to get banned, so it probably is safer just to pay $1. That being said, the giveaway part of this is now complete. I did have some other businesses that I was going to give away, guys, but the Ratable guy didn't come up here and say anything. It was his second time winning, and he didn't do it. So hopefully we can convince him to at least come up and say hi next time. So I will do a tweet sometime later today calling him out, and then we can all kind of give him a little shit for it in the Discord and on Twitter. And then maybe the next space I do, if he comes up and apologizes to you guys, I'll I'll sell some more businesses cheap again. So yeah, if we have any more questions related to Main City or Loaded Lions, go ahead and come up and let's do that. Otherwise, we're gonna take I'll just mute myself for the next 60 seconds or 2 minutes. I'll rename the room. We'll start talking about FriendTech. So if anybody's interested in FriendTech or wants to know about FriendTech, stick around. If you don't, then get out of here. And yeah, have a good day, everybody. Again, if you guys want to come up and even just to say hi, and I love Loaded Lions, I love this, whatever, you're more than welcome to say hi. Come up here. Try to keep it on that topic. Even FriendTech, let's not talk about that yet until I reset the room. But yeah, let's not do any of what those other guys came up and start talking about other things. So I'm going to go ahead and rename the room, and we'll start talking about FriendTech shortly for anybody who sticks around. But after I change the name, we will stop talking about Main City and Loaded Lions, and we'll just keep it going.
Just wanted to give a quick shout out to Satoshi for putting out that content on YouTube, because ain't nobody else really putting content out there on YouTube. So I know that should help me out a little bit.
Yeah, my pleasure, mate. Thank you for the acknowledgement. Always a pleasure, and yeah, I will continue to do it until the very last day.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow you right now, man. I don't know why the fuck I didn't, but gotcha, subscriber.
I'm on mute. I'm talking to myself. So I renamed I renamed the room to FriendTech. What is it? Should you sign up? Let's chat. Does that show up for everyone else, or should I just close this space and just start a brand new one? I think it changed up there, but let me know.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see it.
Okay, perfect. So it looks like some of you guys have stuck around, and maybe you're wondering what FriendTech is, or maybe you're just away from your keyboard and you're just still here because you forgot to sign off.
I think we're all just lonely.
That could be it as well too. Well, FriendTech might be the thing for you. Maybe you'll be less lonely. Give you something else to do with Twitter. Since we are on Twitter, FriendTech does tie into Twitter pretty directly. For those of you who don't know what it is, I will give you my best explanation that I can. FriendTech is an app that is very similar to Twitter, but the way you have your followers and the way you interact with people is by buying someone else's, what they call it is a key. And what that key gives you access to is unlocks that person's chat. So for example, my FriendTech is set up. So if anyone buys one of my keys, they will have access to my personal chat kind of like a private chat room with me. Anything that you type in there, I see. If I can reply to it, other people can see it in the chat. You can post pictures. It's kind of just like another little community for you guys to join in. The keys do cost money. You have to pay ETH. So, like, for my opinion, I'll give you the warning. I do feel like it is somewhat of a kind of like a Ponzi scheme. It's kind of like, hey, everyone buy this key, it goes up in value, and then, you can sell the key. So, like, if you guys buy my key now and then, 20, 30 other people buy my key, well, my key value goes up in price. So then you can sell it whenever you feel like you want to do it. So it's a pretty big thing going on right now. I don't think too many people from the Loaded Line community is into it, but there's a lot of big name people. I don't know if you guys know who Machi Brothers is, but he is really big in the Bored Ape community. His key went up to like 4 or 5 ETH when he first launched it. I think it's like back down to 3 ETH or something like that. But it's essentially buying someone's it's almost like NFTs, to where you're buying something hoping it's going to go up that you can sell it. So do I recommend it? Probably not. I don't think it's going to be a very profitable thing for most people. Most people are just losing money right now because they're farming points. Like, the more you buy and sell, you get these points that are apparently going to be airdrop something to you in the future. So we'll see. I am currently on it. I am buying people's keys. I haven't really sold too many people's keys. I didn't really understand what it was at first. You can buy your own keys. If you buy your own keys, the price goes up, but then people don't trust you as much, because then when they buy it, you can sell your key, and then you're kind of like making money off the people who bought into you. So that kind of sucks, which is what I did at first. I didn't know. I thought, oh, I'll just buy my key, make my price higher. And so I did that. But then nobody wanted to buy my key because the price was too high. So then I had to go back and sell my keys so that people could like come back in at a more reasonable price. And so now more people have been joining in, but I think most people have been joining FriendTech with the, hey, if you buy one of mine, I'll buy one of yours, and going that kind of route. So yeah, my chat on here is more of like as a warning to anybody who's in any of the NFT projects I'm in. I probably don't recommend it, even though I'm doing it myself. And if you do it, if you do sign up for some reason, let me know. I'll probably buy one of your keys as well. So this is kind of like a half shill, half warning not to do it. But yeah, so I don't know if anybody else is on FriendTech already, or if you guys have any questions about it, or if you're interested, or if, like Satoshi said, if you're just here bored because you have nothing else to do, come on up. Let's talk. We don't necessarily have to keep it FriendTech related if nobody wants to talk about that, but I will probably give us another half hour or so, or maybe 15 minutes before I head off and enjoy the rest of my Sunday. So yeah, let's chat. What do you guys got to say? Remember, request if you want to come up and talk. Anybody's welcome. You guys can come up. All right, silence. All right, well then maybe I'll give it another 2 or 3 minutes, and we'll close out the space if nobody else wants to come up and talk about FriendTech, or if you guys want to switch it up and go back to Main City.
Is it essentially like kind of like an alpha? Is it more for like influencers and things, like an alpha thing where people can, yeah, like I just like, is the intention to kind of release like alpha content or something, or is it just kind of like,
Yeah.
what do you talk about in the group?
So far the different ones that I've joined, and some people promote it, and I've even like I even offered for my keys, like if anybody holds one of my keys and they're in Las Vegas or they're in Egypt and I'm in town, I'll take them out to dinner. So like, that was like kind of something that I threw in there to like maybe kind of entice people to keep my key and hold on to it, especially if they plan on being in one of those areas. I'll give people a free dinner. And the keys aren't even that much. Like at first, they start out at, point oh whatever, like they're like $20. And then, as somebody buys, it goes up to 30, 40, 50. And then, now there's people who have their keys are worth 5 ETH. So like, and then when somebody buys your key, you get a trading fee. So you get some money back in ETH already right off the bat. And then you get these points, which people are just speculating because they haven't really said what it is going to be, but it's probably going to be some type of a coin or an airdrop of a coin or something like that, to go on, to be more related to crypto. So if that's the case, that's what a lot of people are doing right now. They're farming other people's keys, they're buying people's keys, they're getting other people to buy theirs so that they get these points, so that whenever this airdrop comes out, they hopefully make a bunch of money. Could you make a bunch of money? Yeah, who knows? You might be able to. It might be worth it for you guys to take a look at it and see what how you really feel about it. You guys can look them up. Friend.tech is their Instagram. But yeah, I definitely see it more as a push for influencers. Hey, for whoever has a bunch of followers, hey guys, sign up for this key. Um, you know, or kind of like with Twitter, like you have the subscriptions. You can subscribe to someone's Twitter, and then you have access to like kind of like tweets that only they write. That's kind of what this is like to me. It's like a subscription, but it's a one-time fee. So you buy the key at one time, and you're locked in. No matter how high the key goes up or how low it goes, you have access to whatever that person decides to type into their chat. And then who knows, maybe in the future you get a little bonus from friend tech with whatever they decide to do with their drop.
I think it sounds like a pretty cool concept. Yeah,
It
it's
does.
different.
It could be cool. It's just, a lot of these new projects that come out end up just being, kind of like a pump and dump. And,
Of course.
with especially with influencers, because remember, you can buy your own key. So what has happened with some of these friend techs, and that's why you want to be careful about who you end up buying, is you want to look and see who their holders are. If you go to buy someone's key and you see someone owns 100 of that one person's, you might want to be cautious about buying into that person, because at any point in time, that person could sell all 100 of their keys, and then whatever price you bought in at, it's going to be like considerably less. So it is a really cool idea, and I hope it. And again, I'm in it. I'm involved in it. I'm not like financially, like I'm not part of their team or anything like that, but I'm messing around with it. I'm buying and selling and doing that kind of stuff. So it's definitely, I think, worth to take a look at it for most people. I would just be very cautious about how much money you put into it, because I'll tell you right now, I've already lost like pretty much a bunch of keys that I bought. A lot of those people ended up selling, or someone else who held a bunch sold, and like whatever mine are worth aren't worth what they were. So be careful who you're buying. In the beginning, I didn't really know what I was doing. I was just kind of buying like whoever was trending. I wasn't looking at who was holding it, and like there's bots on here too. So if you do get into it, it is a cool idea. I think the best way to explain it, now that I thought about it, it's just like Twitter subscriptions, except it's just a one-time fee. So and the price changes, the entry fee changes, but it's just like Twitter subscriptions. They can post pictures, they can post whatever, and only the people that hold that key, that hold that paid for it, can see it. Then obviously once you sell it, you no longer have access to it. So if you see somebody that you like, that maybe you think is going to go up in the future, maybe buy 2 or 3 keys. That way, if it goes up in price, you can still sell 1 or 2, and then you still have one that has access. So it's kind of like a subscriptions to to Twitter, mixed in with like NFT utility, because the price does go up and down, and then if you're a holder, you may or may not have access to something. I know some people do there's some people who are they do sports picks. So they do it like that. If you have their key, you have access to whatever sports picks they release for that day. So yeah, it could be cool. Could be really cool, but just guys, be careful with Twitter these days. Always be careful. Welcome back, Kate. What's up, Kid Pro? You guys want to say anything? You guys want to talk about anything?
Hey, Pharaoh, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I hear you.
Hey, I just wanted to say appreciate your streaming. Your spaces here in Satoshi. I appreciate your streams on Main City. Sorry that I'm kind of going back towards that.
No,
I
it's all
didn't mean
good.
to log on, but had to change my settings in my phone, and you know how that goes. So
Yes.
anyway, yeah, and then I wanted to reach out to Papa Bigfoot. I know we discussed a lot on Discord, as well as Gary, who made it in earlier. I know he's working. I'm sorry he missed it as well. But anyway, keep things short. I just want to say this is in reference to, you know, talking about I'll call them the big dogs and the little dogs, and both being able to fairly participate. That, you know, I would like to see normal mode be kept like the Wild West. Free market, all that, we all learn. You can regulate the crap out of comp mode. That's no problem. But, you know, and then the guys that come in free, look, you get a referral code, you get your first arid, you go towards comp mode, and then win some cash or win some coin, and then come back and be a bigger dog on normal mode. I mean, it just seems to make sense to me. I think
Yeah.
once you start. Anyway.
No,
Go ahead.
I completely agree with you, man. You know, I have said that as well. You know, I only kind of came up with the whole like, you know, do like 5 to 10 levels just to try and like, you know, feed into their need to like make a change. So I'm like, well, if you're gonna make a change, at least do it like this. But yeah, I mean, normal mode should be like that. They have kind of said from the beginning that they've wanted normal mode to just be a place where people go have fun and experiment. And you know, whether or not that's what it is right now, since a lot of people are spending money and doing other things like that, but they already put out a game and people invested in it and started spending money based off how it is. And for them to go and completely change one of the key features in the game, it's crazy. Now, comp mode isn't even out yet. So for comp mode to come out and then them for to even completely change it and have it be even a different game or something like that, like that's they can do that because you know it's different. It's not what we've already been playing. So I would love for that. Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, in the beginning, I had thought arid lands would be all that could be used in comp mode, and that our NFTs that we, you know, invested in and whatnot could be taken advantage of in the marketplace and learning the game, being entertained, making some cash if you can, crow, whatever. But you know, with any contest, any competition, yeah, you're going to regulate that, but I almost kind of think that you know, I almost think they should just keep market out of comp mode. Honestly, keep it more on the fair side, just with the arids, just with, you know, keep people excited that they can actually win something. But again, keep normal mode where the big dogs, dogs, middle dogs, whatever, can win some money. I don't know, take advantage of it. Kind of like crypto, right? So buy low, sell high. I don't know, all that stuff.
I agree, man. I hope that and you know maybe they are thinking about it. Hopefully they're at least thinking about it. If they're not even thinking about it, then you know screw them. But um, hopefully that's why it's you know taking this much time. Hopefully it's just not like they're having issues implementing what they already wanted to do. Hopefully they're actually like, okay, well, people are starting to get mad about this new update. Maybe we do need to look at it and make a change before we release it. Um, but yeah, I definitely would like to see a difference between comp mode and normal mode with the rules. I think that they do need to be different, and they should. And I think that would make things a lot more fun just to have a complete set of different, just like any game, any game, I know someone threw out the term Magic the Gathering earlier, but so Magic the Gathering, they have different ways of playing. They have like the casual, you can kind of do what you want. You don't really have to be too strict with the rules. And then they have competition mode where, you have to, this many cards in your deck and this and this and this. And, that hopefully they do that. Cause I think that will help with people, worrying about being able to play competitive mode and not be able to compete against somebody who's just spending a bunch of money. But then in normal mode, if somebody wants to spend a bunch of money, let them fucking spend a bunch of money. It only helps them. It's not really hurt. It's normal mode. Like no one's winning anything, so it doesn't really hurt anyone that if someone spends a bunch of money on it.
Can we not do a free can we not do? Sorry, guys. Just to follow on from that, Pharaoh, can we not do like a free petition? I've done one of these before about some issue I had a while ago about British foreign visas or something, and yeah, can we not set up like a free petition? I can't remember the website, but surely, and we can just promote them like in these. Because I don't know, is there anyone that's actually in favor of the change to the normal mode marketplace bollocks?
I think just some of the free players or maybe some of the trolls in the Discord, but like no one's really reached out to me personally and had a chat with me who really thinks it's a good idea for this change to completely pretty much not have a marketplace. Because I can tell you right now, if you're not able to buy a building that's even like one level higher than you, there is no point of buying the building, like at all. The people like, and then they're like, oh, well, some people will spend crow if they're like short one building for the next one. Those players don't already spend money on the marketplace. So like, I don't know. They're literally, if this update comes out the way that they said it and explained it, it's for sure gonna kill the marketplace. No one's gonna buy anything on there because there's no need to. You can just build it yourself. It's easy to build buildings higher level, like lower level than you. I can pump out whatever power, whatever prestige level is underneath. Like I'm 69 right now. I could pump out P68 in second. Like I could get those out all day, and it doesn't cost me really anything. It's easy. So if for the gold wise, I guess for diamond cost wise, I guess it wouldn't be, but even then, people aren't spending it. And then the 15% fee that they charge on the marketplace hurts it even more for when people who want to level up a building just to sell it. Because if you're buying, like for example, if I want to go sell a new building on the marketplace, remember I'm already using my diamonds for my building, so I don't really have extra diamonds just to go make a free building to go sell on the marketplace to somebody. So if I want to do it, I have to go buy diamonds to build up a building to sell. And then they take 15% of that. So I already have to sell my building for 15% more than what it cost me to spend in diamonds to do it. So it doesn't make any sense. No one's going to use it. No one's buying buildings lower level than them, except for people who are doing it to level it up and then resell it themselves.
Yeah, I agree, absolutely. The only lower level buildings I've ever bought is Prestige Zero, Cool Cats Lounge. That's it. And
yeah,
I level them up to my highest base, and I just sell them, and that's just how I've made the money. There's no other reason why I would personally buy lower. I would only be buying higher. I bought a level 23 Prestige. I bought a level 40, and I bought a level, I think, 15 earlier on. Not in that order, obviously, but yeah. In the ascending order. But that's just what the logic suggests to do. I wouldn't have done it any other way, so it's just a bit outrageous.
Yeah, they're literally just gonna get rid of the marketplace, in my opinion. And maybe that's what they're pushing. Maybe they want to do that. Maybe they're gonna do this and then be like, all right, well, no one's using the marketplace, so it's gone now. And then one of the funnest parts of the game has been deleted, which I'd be very sad if that happened. That'd be very unfortunate because it's a very cool aspect to the game, and I think with a few tweaks they can make it better. I obviously don't like any limit to be there because that since I am number one, that only helps me. But I do think, in all fairness of the game, having a level requirement would be helpful as long as there was a range. So as long as you could buy something 5 to 10 levels ahead of you, that way it keeps people up at the top trying to fight for it. But if you can never buy a building higher than you, you're never like. If they do this, no one's ever gonna pass me ever. Like, it'll be literally impossible for anyone to ever pass me. Now, the only reasons in the past people got close to passing me, or somebody did pass me before, is because I would sell my newest prestige building because I knew it could get the most money. And then somebody could pass me that way because now I'm selling maybe a building that I don't even have anymore because I just sold it to them. So now they're making more income than me. Or I'm selling one at the same level as what I currently have. So if they boost, now they could catch up to me a little bit faster. But to like not be able to buy something higher level than you, I promise you, no one will ever pass me in this game ever. And same in competition mode, in my opinion too. The way I have the game set up, once somebody gets a pretty good lead, if there's not really an easy way to get up there, I don't see anyone passing them either. But having the marketplace gives people the incentive. It gives the person in first place the incentive to sell their building. If somebody wants to offer them, you know, maybe even double. Like if somebody said, "Hey, I'll give you a 100,000 crow for one of your legendary buildings," I would take that in a heartbeat. Even if it takes me out of first place, I'd sell it for that because that's like almost double what it cost. I think it costs like 65,000, whatever in crow to build to get to the prestige level I'm at. If you did it just in diamonds, but it gives them an incentive to want to sell, and that's what I've been doing. Like that's how I got to first place. Remember, guys, I couldn't even get into this game the first few days. I wasn't even ranked high at all. The only way I got to first place is because I did buy it. I bought my way there. I'm not. There's no hiding around it. Like, yeah, I bought whoever was in first place. I hit them up and say, "Hey, do you not want to be first place anymore? I'll buy all your buildings." And then I bought all their buildings, and then I started upgrading them and to keep the lead. But if they take what they're doing, they're literally gonna make it to whatever place you're in. That's pretty much your place, unless you just don't log in ever and upgrade anything ever. But everyone's diamond income is pretty similar. No one really has like a crazy difference. You either have, I think most people either have somewhere around 2 million diamond income, or you have somewhere around 4 to 5 million diamond income. There's not really that big of a difference of how much diamond income everybody makes. There's a group of people at around 2, and then there's a group of people around 4 to 5. Just the way they have it set up, you can't really go too much higher or too much lower than that once you start unlocking the arid planes. Anyways, anyone else want to talk about Frentech?
Yeah, sorry for changing that subject, but
No, it's all good.
yeah.
It's all good. I have no problem. Nobody was really talking anyway, so I probably was gonna shut down soon anyways if you didn't even say that. But let's see. We got Triptonomics wants to come up and say something. Let's get him up on the stage. See what he wants to talk about. See if it's Frentech related, or if you want to talk about Main City again, you're more than welcome to. But how's it going, man? What's up?
Hey man, how's it going? It's mostly about Frentech.
Yeah, go ahead. What's up?
Cool. So right now, as I'm aware, there's like 40 mil TVL, and it's all in social coins. Is that right?
Yes.
So it's solely coins, and then the community kind of rallies around that in form of purchases.
Yeah, by buying other people's keys, each week you get airdrop of a certain amount of points, which I assume translates into those coins in the future. But I guess we're not too like 100% sure on that quite yet.
Okay, so I'm not the only one that's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, yeah. I'm definitely like, what the. I actually even joined Frentech at first, and then like I lost like 5 ETH, like buying other people's keys, and then them being worth nothing after that, and I was like, all right, fuck this, like. I'm not making any money on this, but I guess
Yeah, I
now
said
more
fuck
people
this.
are into it. and so I'm like, all right, I'll try again. I loaded up a few more ETH, and I feel like I'm starting to get the hang of it. Like what I put in is worth more than what it started, but of course I haven't sold anything yet. So like once I start selling, it probably will go down. But yeah, we're definitely everyone I think is still in the what the fuck mode, um, trying to figure out what's
Okay.
going on, trying to get as many points as they can, I guess, and just hoping that it correlates into an airdrop that actually makes the money.
Right.
You
And
do get a
so
little bit of money off trading fees, like so when people do buy your keys, you get like a tiny amount back in ETH, but it's very minimal. Like I think I've spent like almost 8 or 9 ETH on the platform in total, like from buying keys, and then I have a few. I think I have like 20-ish people, give or take, to keep buying and selling on my thing. But I've only earned like, I'll go look. I think like 0.2 ETH or something
oh, that's terrible.
in trading fees, and let me go look right now. It's definitely terrible. It was terrible. Not even 0.15. So I've put in 5 ETH at first, and then it went to like nothing pretty much because I wasn't knowing what I was doing. And then the next 5 ETH I put in is worth about 6.5 right now. So my second go around, I've been doing a lot better than my first go around for sure. And then again, like I said, I made that 0.15 in trading fees, and then they gave me 2,773 points. But yeah, I have no clue what that is. As far as I know, I don't think anybody has a firm answer on what those points actually are.
Yeah, I feel like okay. Thanks for that info, and dude. Wow, you got wrecked.
Yeah,
Um,
there's some people who got it a lot worse than me. So,
yeah, I've heard
as in
some
with
dude got.
crypto and life, there's always somebody who has it worse than you, somebody who has it better than you.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's luckily I'm in a position where it's not like affecting me too much. I don't like losing. Don't get me wrong. Nobody likes to lose money, but just like with crypto, it's gambling. So everyone should always, go in with anything you do in this world. Go into it thinking don't think you're gonna lose it, but think if you do lose it, you're gonna be okay. Don't be like, all right, I'm gonna put this money in, I'm gonna make $1 million, and I'm gonna be living the life. Don't ever do that in this world, guys.
no, I'm
Make
a
sure that
trader for
you
almost 10
do.
years, so I know that
Okay,
for
so you
sure.
already know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, almost 10 years. But Mike, so I came on because I'm a developer as well, and well, I'm a data scientist, and I've been developing on the blockchain for like 2.5 years now. And I was like, when Frentech came around, I was like, oh no, another fucking bullshit fraud scam fucking bullshit platform that's just all hype. But there's actually some interesting aspects to it. And I had built a Docker image that spins up for Ethereum. I built this Docker that spins up nodes on Ethereum, and then it'll establish a private network for you. Well, you can designate it private or public, and you can mint a native token. It can be an ERC20 or even an NFT, and you don't need like all this DAO nonsense or anything for like consensus or governance on changes or anything like that. So I was like really wanting to apply that to Frentech because it's just buying tokens at the moment. There's two things. There isn't transparency, and there isn't any participation in terms of like what the actual project is going to do, uh, and there isn't any participation or say from the community. So trying to ask people that understand Frentech what they think about this. Some of them get really angry because they didn't think about it. Others are like, I have no idea. But it seems like you might have some insight on how that might work because a lot of folks come in. Like I came in with a half an ETH because I was like, I've been trading for a while and I'm in crypto. I'm like, I don't know, I'll go in with a half an ETH, and yeah, it wasn't very good. So I'm like, well, if the community comes in and it's a social chain, it's a social network, so to speak, then once that value is locked in on from via the token, then it's now a part of the community on their public or private chain. They can make it whatever they want, and then you essentially just can't get rugged. So I'm just trying to get some other folks' ideas on what they think about that, and if that would kind of work on friend tech, because in theory it would work, but the technicals, I'm not sure if they would even allow for that, because
Yeah.
we're involving EVMs and nodes. So
Yeah, I don't see them involving that, but you never know. I think they're kind of more pushing towards just the social aspect of it, to where like, kind of like I had mentioned before. I don't know if you were here for this part, but how like some people who, like, just an example, like a gambler, somebody who gambles. If you have their key, they post their gambling pics into their chat, and then everyone who has their key gets to see that. So I think the thing that Frentech maybe needs to focus on more, if they're not already doing it, or I think the thing that will make it the most successful, is it's going to be based off the people, the community, providing utility for the people, because that's pretty much, that's how I look. I mean, that's how I feel from what I've been using on Frentech so far. Frentech is almost like your own personal NFT project. Nobody gets a picture or anything like that. The only thing that people are really getting right now
it's
is,
copy trading, right, dude? It's
yeah,
just
well,
copy
that's
trading.
what
Okay.
everyone's doing right now. Hey, buy my key, I'll buy your key, and that's kind of how people are doing it. But there are some people who are trying to provide utility to some people. I do know one person who does. They do post their sport picks in the game, in their chat, kind of just like how on Twitter, if you subscribe to someone's Twitter and you pay them monthly, you get to see only their tweets. Well, on this way, you just pay one time, and then whatever the price is, you're locked in forever, and then you get to always see whatever they have to share with their community. But yeah, it's definitely going to make it a lot more popular if they can add in all these other things. But I think right now it's more on the community side.
Yeah, I feel like there's definitely a way to integrate what I was saying, at least the concept, in some sort of way where it's the participation is more on chain and via wallets, and Frentech is kind of secondary to these social networks that I was referencing. So
Yeah, but I think the
there is a
problem right
way
now
technically.
is everybody just wants to make money. Like, no one's even on Friend Tech trying to do anything but make money. And I think that's the problem with a lot of our crypto related projects, is just the greed. Instead of building, people just they care about is making money, instead of let's do something together, and then the money will come in the end. Just like even with NFT projects, not many people will say, I would want my mom, dad, grandfather to buy an NFT. Like, how many people could really say right now, yeah, I'm going to go convince my mom to go buy an NFT? Probably none, or very little. I highly doubt there's many people's parents who would want to get involved right now, and I highly doubt there's many traders who would want their parents to get involved with anything related into this industry right now, because they can't say for sure it's going to be good. So until we're comfortable, like, onboarding our family members and the people that we care about the most, I think that we're always going to have a hard time in crypto trying to do anything for that reason, because of the greed.
Yeah, I've still, like I said, I built the Docker on for Ethereum, so I've deployed that to other, like, traditional NFT projects, and they did pretty good, because the community has a lot of say in terms of, well, hey, the top 1% cannot dump. The top 1% that owns like 90% of the supply cannot dump unless the whole community votes on that. And so I deployed that kind of structure with a few projects, and they did pretty well.
Oh, that's really
It would
cool.
be
So
nice
it
to have
prevents
that.
like whales from just offloading like large chunks of the project, or
Excuse me. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. So, now, when people deploy the Docker that I have, they become a node, and then they become a literal part of the network. And then there are other mechanisms that say, okay, hey, the supply is locked in for this many days, and it doesn't matter if you're the project owner or not. like the 90% of the supply cannot be dumped. It can't just be sold off. As the network grows, you can't just start selling off.
Gotcha. So you're like trying to relate that to like in Frentech with the people's keys, like up to a
Yeah.
certain amount of keys can't be sold quickly, pretty much. Am I right, or I'm trying to
And you
follow
can
along?
have yes. Essentially, it's like, well, whatever you can initialize to not devalue whatever the token is, whatever the asset is, you do that. And so with
And yeah, the only way people have been kind of doing that right now on Frentech is by, like, if someone sells their key, they buy one of their keys again to kind of keep the price up.
yeah, that's really silly. And so I don't know. I feel like there's another company to be made off of Frentech that adopts some of its features, but using like what I've been doing.
Well, I think
Because
there is. There wasn't there. I forget the name of it right now, but
I don't know.
it's called like Space something or something like that. But there's some other player that the people are like, oh, if you relate to Frentech, then you're on this new whatever it's called, and if you're on this new one, then you don't like Frentech. But I can't think of the
yeah,
name right now. It's on the tip of my tongue.
yeah, yeah, and then it just distributes. And then the really interesting thing is like, okay, if this whole if this whole NFT project is, coming together as a community where everybody's a node, and the supply can't get dumped unless certain metrics are met. Well, once that supply is sold, the native token on that network is not just like an ERC20, it's an ERC721. So everybody gets paid on the sale from the whales and the project owners once they dump, and then they can start selling theirs as well. So I think there's some interest in there, but a lot of project owners, they don't like it because they can't fuck their community, because there's too much transparency and there isn't, they lose control.
Yeah, well,
And
that's
it's
that's the
like, well,
problem
you
we
make
have
more
right now.
money if you wait. You make more money if you wait. Instead of just, you're right, dude, like all this greed, it makes people stupid. Like
Yeah,
it just
it's
makes,
pump and dump, and they don't care who they hurt. They're like, it sucks. Because it's such a good we have such a good technology on our hands that we could be doing so much more with. But the people that seem to be taking the most advantage of everything and winning are scammers. Like,
yeah, they're fucking
it's
snakes.
crazy.
And so, yeah, but it's interesting how people listen to them, because they start to induce FOMO into their communities, and they start to induce like all of this, we love you and we're a community and we're different and we're doing all this shit. But dude, like almost 100% of the fucking quote unquote project developers, they're not even developers. They barely know how to use wallets. I mean, they don't understand shit. And there are a lot of really good developers with good projects, but I mean, that doesn't mean that they were like, these virtuous developers that were not trying to grow this community and then dump on them. I mean, look at Bored Ape Yacht Club, look at the derivatives from that, Mutant Apes, and then just pretty much any other project. Like I said, there's been very few that operate with honesty, and um, most of them don't operate with honesty. They're just sitting there lying to their communities, lying to whoever will listen to them, and selling to whoever will listen to them and buy from them. And so it's like, well, put your money where your mouth is. Everybody's a node. Everybody has a say. You cannot dump once the value reaches a certain amount. And I don't know. For some people, for some reason, greedy idiots don't like money. If you think about it, like they'd rather just like get a small amount of money in a short amount of time rather than a lot amount of money, rather than a large amount of money, in some
Well, they don't want to take the
short.
risk. They're like, I'd rather just scam and for sure get a bunch of money now than as opposed to, building something and working a little bit harder to maybe making a lot more. But
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
hopefully the people that are actually building and working, hopefully eventually they get rewarded for their efforts, and those communities, shine out a little bit harder. definitely know that there's a lot of communities out there that are actually working hard and trying to do good. It's just, they're not getting enough funding, and because all the fundings in all these other projects that suck ass. But
Yeah,
I'm
it's
part of Board Ape
terrible.
Yacht Club, but I just joined recently, and I mainly just joined just because the price was so low. So I picked up a rare 4-trait ape before, because I feel
Nice.
like the rare one, like, so the price, I feel like the price is going to go way much lower, but it seems though, for Bored Apes at least, the rarer ones, like, they still kind of have like a separate market, not based off what the floor price is. So that's what I kind of went for one, and the one I ended up buying a 4-trait one, and then like 3 more sold for higher than I spent. So it seems like so
Nice.
far I made it a decent move. See how it plays off in the long run.
Yeah, I tell folks, I'm like, dude, if you know how to play these pump and dumps, then play them. Like, I trade live with some people, and we like trade exclusive pump and dumps sometimes, where we're like, fuck the ETH movement, fuck Bitcoin for today.
Do you
They're
mess with
literally
Trade AI at all, or no?
no.
No, okay. Just wondering.
Yeah, it's like we're just watching like what Jump Trading's doing. We'll watch Binance pay them, and then we'll watch them like move Pepe or Cyber or Caspa or fucking Toto or
Like
something.
when they try to hide it.
Yeah, it's so hilarious. Like, you can't hide it. And so we're like, all right, Jump Trading. It's like fucking Binance just paid Jump Trading $7 million in 4 transactions. Like, let's see what they're gonna do. And so, trade that. I mean, trade DFW. Those fucking idiots. Watch
Yep.
them market make. And so, yeah, it's fun. I like it. I mean, if you know how if you know how market makers work, and if you know how pump and dumps work, trade the shit out. Like, trade the fuck out of them. It's fun. But like you said, how do you get people to come into crypto and come and like without making yourself sick? Like, how do you recommend crypto to them? It's like there are 2 things. There's one, USDT, because it's backed by UST bills, and then it's Bitcoin, and just buy it and don't sell it ever. That's the only way I can feel comfortable telling like my aunt who's like 50, right? Like, hey, this is how you do
Yeah.
crypto. Other than that, it's like trade it if you know how, and accumulate.
Yeah, trying to like become rich off of it quickly is it's just there's no place for that, for especially for new people. So and it's unfortunate because it could, this could have been so much better. Could you imagine if there weren't like rug pulls, or even if you cut out like half of the rug pulls in the NFT space, like NFTs would be on top of the world, and they were for a while because it was such a cool concept and people loved being part of a community, and having their little dorky pictures and stuff like that. But then once you put in all the scamming into place and people started losing all this money, it deterred away so many people, and probably even real companies and businesses. I'm sure there's some big companies that try to do something in the NFT space and they probably got fucked over too. And they're like, yeah, never again. We learned our lesson.
Well, I had a real estate broker hire me to build them NFTs that are attached to their clients' real estate purchases. And we were building a token that is used for bidding on homes. And so it was at the end of that project, they were like, no, fuck it. They paid me so much to build it. And then it's like, they can't even use it. The token gets so devalued by the time it hits, from wallet to wallet, or, the issue of stable of, the, it isn't stable. Like, if we're sending ETH, or if we're bidding in ETH, and then if we're bidding on our own token, then it's a security. And it's like, well, then we just use USDT, but then it's like it's so complicated to even do that. So we're like, I'll just use dollars. So we didn't go very far because the regulatory issues and the scalability issues and the valuation issues, it's very complicated. So at the moment, I think like it's a bit necessary for crypto to be failing, and because we need to see where and how it's failing in order to really define a path forward. And in terms of laws and regulatory issues, we need all these failures, and we need to see if there's really an appetite for NFTs and real world assets. And it's like, well, and like this brokerage did 75 mil in 2021 and 2022. I don't know how much they did, but they couldn't risk losing 1 to 5% every fucking transaction on their own token or with some other token, and then they couldn't risk losing their license by using an unregistered security or something that is essentially illegal to be transacting multi-million-dollar real estate with. So we'll see where it goes, man. I think right now it's what it needs to be. It's the Wild West, and look what happened after the last Wild West movement. Things got pretty nice. So
Yeah, well, fingers crossed. Let's all hope that we can get to the day where you can tell your grandmother, hey, you should go buy some crypto instead of gold, or putting some money under the mattress or in a safety deposit box. And I hope we get there, guys. And maybe one day we will. It's going to be a while, I think, before we get there. But I think it'll happen one day, and I think crypto is going to be an important part of it. And I hope so, because I have a bunch that I've stacked up, and I wouldn't mind that going to the moon. But it's been probably about 3 hours since I've been on this space, so I'll give kind of anyone who else wants to say something, another little sentence or two, give your last little resting piece, and we'll head off for the day, and probably see you guys another week or two. So yeah, if anybody wants to say something else, or if you guys haven't been up on the stage yet and you just want to come and say hi, you're more than welcome to. But I'll be shutting down here in the next few minutes. And thanks again, Triptonomics. You had a lot of good information, man. You seem very knowledgeable in the space as well. So
thanks to you too. It was really nice to talk to you because you weren't shilling anything, and you're kind of keeping things real and cautious. So. By the way, I was thinking one last thing to say. Everybody should check out quantum computers and how they relate to crypto and modern cryptography, and because that's kind of the next. That's like everybody's going to be blindsided. The whole world, not just crypto, the whole world's about to be blindsided by the move from classical computation to quantum computation, and once that occurs, it's going to be another Wild West. Like right now, I'm writing an article called "The Digital Dark Age" because I think that's kind of what we're facing at the moment. And when quantum comes, that dark age is going to end, but it's going to get a bit darker before. And so, yeah, I'm just saying, I like people to be educated and knowledgeable and know what's going on. So if you have the knowledge on quantum and know how to make those moves towards it, and it's gonna just help you out a lot when you learn how you can't be quantum resistant on classical computers. The only way to be quantum resistant is with quantum computers. And so there's a lot of silliness out there when you hear blockchain projects like, hey, we're quantum resistant. We have a quantum resistant block candidate with advanced entropy via these NIST bullshit protocols that we copy and pasted on our blockchain from NIST. It doesn't make your classical uh, computer system, your classical network, quantum resistant. And so there's a lot of silliness out there. I think people are going to be like, hey, we have quantum NFTs, we have quantum chains, we have quantum blah blah blah. We're resistant to attacks. You're not resistant to attacks unless your entire blockchain is quantum, unless your cryptography is quantum cryptography, which isn't really fucking cryptography. Okay, it's like it's there's encryption, but it's nothing like what we experience with 256-bit SHA-256 asymmetric cryptography with with Bitcoin and everything. It's way different. So something to learn about. I really would like people to learn what's going on with quantum, because that's the next era of 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 our civilization is quantum.
have a
All
question.
right. Go ahead.
I would have a question to Triponomics. Regarding this, what you are saying right now, is it only about cryptography, or it's also about hardware, like the chips, the new technology chips, and the smart grid
Yeah, I think your
connection?
question was. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
your question was, is the threat from quantum just cryptography, or is it the hardware too? It's both. Like you have to stabilize these quantum states with really good hardware, and you can't manipulate quantum states with qubits
Mhm.
unless the hardware is stabilizing those particles for superposition and entanglements and stuff like that. So yeah, it's about the hardware too. But check this out, IBM. All right, remember everybody was like, "Whoa, one fucking qubit is so much," but 50 qubits is so much. With 50 qubits, you can destroy any classical uh, most any classical network. But with right now, IBM has a 1,400 qubit chip.
Mm-hmm. 1,400.
Yeah, and their quantum computers, they ran a simulation like 4 years back, where they simulated Bitcoin, and then they deployed a 5150 attack on Bitcoin, and it was successful. But they did it with their quantum computers.
Mhm. Do you know where is the production of those chips? Because I've heard that it's like centralized production of the chips, these quantum chips.
How do you mean? Like they're not releasing these chips to the public?
No, no, no. In every computer, everywhere, there will be chips of new generation for the quantum computing. But I think production of these chips is pretty centralized. I've heard one of the biggest distributors, producers is actually in Holland. I don't know if it's true, but this is what I've heard from different sources, and not in Asia as we always think.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, also in Israel too. And Intel is doing some interesting stuff in Israel, and they definitely have quantum teams. So yeah, right now, whoever has quantum computers with fucking excuse me, but it's fucking ridiculous. 1,400 qubits that are stable on a single chip. That's wow. Whoever has that chip and can deploy it. They can take over any system they want at any point in time they want. They don't need AI. But if they somehow have been
run it
able
with
to,
it.
yeah, but if they somehow have figured out how to use artificial intelligence, but quantum artificial intelligence, holy fuck. I
Mhm.
mean, yeah, yeah, holy fuck, because 1,400 qubits that are stable on single chips is just go and learn about what that means, the significance of that. It's an enormous amount of computational power and processing power. It's
Will you post your article on your Twitter so we could read it?
Yeah, I'm gonna post that soon. I'm trying to get it in Wired at the moment and some other magazines, and I'm trying to get it in Bitcoin magazine, but they're very culty, and so we'll see how they respond to me referring to their beautiful golden age of Bitcoin as being actually in a digital dark age. So we'll see what they say, but yeah, I'll post it. If nobody else in the world purchases and publishes it, I'll just post it on Twitter. But if they do, I'll post wherever it's available.
Okay, okay. Just let us know on Twitter where we can read it.
Awesome, awesome. Well, thanks, guys. I'm gonna get going, get to work.
No problem, man. Thanks for coming up and sharing your knowledge. And everyone else, thank you guys for coming here. I hope you guys have a great Sunday, great week, and I'll see you guys in a week or two. I'll post when the next space will be, probably a few days before I do it. I just am traveling overseas soon, so I'll just be busy with that for a little bit. One of my cousins is getting married at the pyramids, so got to go for that. It's gonna be a fun wedding.
Uh, Okay.
Nice one, Pharaoh. Thanks for running the stream, buddy. We'll catch you in the next
Very
one
much
in the
so.
Discord.
Got to go for that. It's gonna be a fun wedding.
Okay.
Alright guys, I don't know what happened there. I think the stream may have just ended abruptly. I'm not too sure, but yeah, thanks guys for being here. Still running. Damn, 3 hours 30 minutes. I gotta get to bed. Yeah, thanks for being here guys. Really appreciate all of you. I'm gonna head off, but yeah, if you haven't liked the stream yet, please just take a moment to like it. I couldn't answer the question about whether your crypto is going to be safe in a hard wallet from quantum computing power. I don't know enough about it, but I do agree that it's a pretty valid point that he's making for sure. Anyway guys, we'll catch you in the next video or in the Discord. Come join the Discord guys. Discord is in the pinned comment there. If you're a good person, hit the like button. Come join the Discord, become a member of the channel, get access to the members only channel on Discord, and we'll see you next time guys. Take care.